Tonight, we recognize our senior football, cheerleaders, and marching band members. First off, senior Kayla Garrett. Her parents are Jesse and Jerome Garrett. She has participated in band, choir, show choir, robotics, tag, book club, and art club. Her future plans are to study art in an undecided place. Next up, senior Eli Hansen, son of Rick and Holly Hansen. Eli has participated in robotics, soccer, band, jazz band, show band, and the musical. Eli's plans are to go to college for music and get a job in UX design. Eli Hansen. Next up, Keegan Hansen, son of Ryan Hansen and Chelsea Hicks. Keegan has participated in volleyball, show choir, concert band, student government, NHS, and marching band. Keegan plans to attend Kirkwood, then transfer to the University of Iowa to major in English. Keegan Hansen. Next is Elliot Hinkhouse, son of John and Sarah Hinkhouse. Elliot has participated in soccer, show band, jazz band, robotics, student government, and NHS. Elliot plans to attend Iowa State for cybersecurity and engineering. Elliot Hinkhouse. Dawn Johnson. Dawn is the daughter of Margie and Jamie Bowles. Dawn has participated in football managing, band, choir, student government, yearbook, basketball managing, wrestling managing, and Skills USA. Dawn plans to attend the University of Iowa, major in psychology and criminology, one day become an FBI criminal psychologist. Dawn Johnson. Josh Kramer, son of Cameron Kramer and Megan Clawbaugh. Josh has participated in student government, class president, NHS president, choir, musical, band, show band, jazz band, and club volleyball. Josh plans to attend college for something in science. Joshua Kramer. Keaton Norfleet, son of Gregory and Robin Norfleet. Keaton has participated in marching band, pop band, concert band, jazz band, musical, show choir band, NHS, robotics, the West Branch Fire Department Cadet Program, and the Iowa Army National Guard. Keaton plans to move to Cedar Rapids to attend Kirkwood and get a degree in advanced welding technologies and music while continuing his education in the Army National Guard. Keaton Norfleet. Caleb Reardon, son of Monica and Mike Reardon. Caleb has participated in marching band, pep band, robotics, and plans to attend Kirkwood studying computer graphics. Caleb Reardon. Zayden Waite, son of Mark Waite and the late Tabitha Waite. Zayden has participated in band and robotics. He plans to attend the University of Iowa. Zayden Waite. Eleanor Zier, daughter of Scott and Sarah Zier. Eleanor has participated in marching band, concert band, pep band, jazz band, show band, RBC honor band, the musical, softball, newspaper, cross country, track, FFA, concert choir, show choir, NHS, and student government. She plans to attend the University of Iowa to study psychology. Eleanor Zier. Miley Shields, daughter of Tim Shields and Michelle Bailey. She has participated in cheer, show choir, musical, newspaper, BDA, student government, NHS, theater, honor cheer, RBC honor choir, national anthem, angel meals, and soccer. Miley plans to attend the University of Iowa to major in chemistry. Miley Shields. Jordan Waters, daughter of Gabe and Stacy Waters. She has participated in track, basketball, volleyball, softball, band, marching band, jazz band, choir, show choir, the musical, all-state show choir, FFA, NHS, student government, and student dance. She plans to attend Iowa State University to major in architecture and minor in entrepreneurship. Jordan Waters. Katie Lennox, daughter of Chad and Raylene Lennox. She has participated in show choir, book club, track, robotics, football manager. She plans to pursue a degree in comic design and hopefully publish her own graphic novel one day. Katie Lennox. Reed Brooke, son of Scott and Angie Brooke. He has participated in football, golf, and soccer. He plans to attend a 4-year university for an undecided major. Reed Brooke. Sullivan Brooke, son of Scott and Angie Brooke. He has also participated in football, golf, and soccer and plans to go to Kirkwood for electronic engineering. Sullivan Brooke. Cole Crossway, son of Kevin and Darla Crossway. He has participated in football, basketball, golf, soccer, and NHS. He plans to attend a 4-year university for an undecided major. Cole Crossway. Jarrett Ellison, son of Jordan and James Ellison. He has participated in football, basketball, soccer, track, and golf. He plans to move out of Iowa and go into something with the trades. Jarrett Ellison. Tate Franz, son of Tim and Tammy Franz. Tate has participated in football, soccer, golf, wrestling, basketball, and baseball. He plans to attend the University of Iowa in an undecided major. Tate Franz. Nathan Hills, son of Matt and Gina Hills. He has participated in football, basketball, track, soccer, baseball, golf, band, marching band, jazz band, choir, musical, show choir, student government, and NHS. He was also the homecoming king. He plans to attend a 4-year college undecided major. Nathan Hills. Ethan Miller, son of Joel and Angie Miller. Ethan has participated in golf, basketball, football, and salt. He plans to go to Kirkwood and then to Iowa in an undecided major. Ethan Miller. Connor Rios, son of BJ and Stacy Rios. Connor has participated in football, baseball, track, basketball, and salt. He plans to go to Kirkwood with an undecided major. Connor Rios. Dylan Sheely, son of Lance and Jenny Sheely. Dylan has participated in football, golf, baseball, FFA, 4-H, and Skills USA. Dylan's future plans are to attend Iowa State and major in ag studies. Come home and farm. Dylan Sheely. Corbin West, son of Jason and Allison West. Corbin has participated in football, wrestling, and baseball. Corbin plans to attend a 4-year college with an undecided major. Corbin West.
Welcome to Senior Night here at the Little Rose Bowl. Week 7 is upon us. Voice of the Bears, Jason Miller, joined again this week by former Bear great and assistant coach John Hirschman. Hirsch, the Bears are sitting at 2-4 on paper. Obviously, that's not the record you want to see, but I don't think it's for lack of effort. You look at the games, the 4 losses, there's more than just a positive in each of them. Last week, the Bears were ahead just before halftime. So the Bears are there. What do they need tonight? What needs to happen here at the Little Rose Bowl?
Yeah, just like you said, you got to keep building on what you've done well. Really, if we just can put together one game where offense, defense, special teams all play well, it would be hopefully a close game here tonight, and keep ourselves right in it till the end, and then make a play or two and try to knock these guys off.
And that's what I talked with assistant coach Kevin Braddock yesterday, how the special teams has had some really good games, a really spectacular game at Cascade. The offense has had a great game here at the Little Rose Bowl against Waterloo Columbus. The defense has played well in a few games as well. They just have never brought the 3 phases together. And this end of the season, you're kind of hoping at least 2, maybe 3 of them will play, and that's how you knock off a second-ranked football team.
Yeah, and if we win one more game, this game or next week, hopefully we win both. But
right.
We've got a good chance of getting the playoffs. And really, if you can kind of embrace that underdog role, maybe you take a few more chances that you wouldn't otherwise. You're on a trick play that you wouldn't have thought about doing before. You take a chance on special teams, and you can see an underdog pull off a game like this because, the tables have really turned. Historically, West Branch has done really well in this matchup with Wilton, and we're typically the big fish on their schedule that they're after. And, it's kind of changed this year. They're ranked number 3, 6-0. They beat us last year in a really tough game. So take advantage of being the underdog and just let it all fly.
You never know what magic this old ball field can pull out. Seen it through the years. It just has it in the field, and let's hope it's in the air tonight, to borrow from Phil Collins. Also joining us on the broadcast team tonight, he's not hooked up yet, but Randy Sexton, old barn dog's going to join us on the sideline. So you'll have a wealth of stories and X and O knowledge between John Hirschman and Randy Sexton, and I'll just be painting a picture and hoping they take over from there. But, it's a senior night thing. You remember your senior night, John, if you remember much about it, but you've been a part of it a lot of times as a coach. I'm glad that West Branch takes that an hour and before kickoff, because it's kind of an emotional thing. If you were to do it like right up to kickoff, it might take away from preparation.
Yeah, it is an emotional night. And I don't know as a player that you you realize it quite as much as you do when you're a parent, because I've been there on that end of it too, and also as a coach. You spend 4 years with these guys, and then you see them walk through with their parents and know there's only a few games left. It's an emotional deal. So yeah, like you said, it's good that we have a little time to warm up and a little bit of distance from that emotional time. But as soon as that kickoff happens, you forget it's senior night and you just go play.
Well, we'll be back with you here in about 10 to 13 minutes. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to get to our pregame. Hear from Coach Braddock. As I mentioned, I talked to him. Also going to hear a little bit from senior Jared Ellison. And you're listening to the Bearcast on WestBranch.Football.com.
This is Marcy Willier with Urban Acres Real Estate. Are you looking to buy or sell a home in the West Branch area or surrounding communities, or just have questions in general? Give me a call at 319-936-5899. Go Bears!
Whether you're in a hurry headed to the game, squeezing in lunch between meetings, or if you just want to avoid the crowd, try Main Street Suites' new online ordering. Log on to MainStreetSuitesWB.com and click on online ordering to begin your order. You can customize your sandwiches or ice cream just the way you want, pay online, and then call when you arrive to have it brought to your car. Online ordering from Main Street Suites, proud supporter of the West Branch Bears.
This week's prep profile, Jarrett Ellison, another one of our brand new seniors this year. So what was the idea? What was your thought process of saying, hey, I want to play football my senior year?
Well, I couldn't last year because I blew out my knee in basketball. I just missed it, really. And new coach, too. Want to see how he does.
Check it out. So you play basketball. Are you a center? Forward? What are you?
Nah, just a point guard.
Not just a point guard. You're the point guard.
Yeah, I could have been.
What do you like about football? What excites you about being on this field?
Just being able to hit someone, playing with my friends and stuff, having a fun time.
Okay. Have you been playing all the way through like Red Buffalo and flag football?
Yep.
So it's weird to think back on that. And now this is it.
Yeah.
You've got 2 more weeks of the regular season and hopefully the playoffs behind it. So when you look back on all of that, you're like, when you're playing flag football, oh, I've got the whole world in front of me. Now it's almost gone. Think about that. Can you compare it what it was like till now?
It's just, yeah, back then it was like, this is fun. I'm going to be doing this forever. It felt like. And then this year really just went by so fast.
Yeah. If you weren't playing football, what would you do? What would you be doing?
Probably working, to be honest.
Working?
Yeah.
You're a hard worker? What do you like to work? You like working with your hands? What do you do?
Yeah. I don't like the
Are you a woodworking guy? You like working with the power tools?
Yeah.
Like what do you use? What are you licensed to use?
Well, really, just Robertson's class is what I've been doing, like drills, power saws.
4 years of the ACE program?
Yep.
What a great program. Make sure and give that one a little bit of publicity because it helped build this, helped build the ACE. Of course, the ACE team helped build the ACE out of the high school. So what are some things that, say, football, ACE, all these little things combined together, you feel maybe 5-10 years down the road from now you could still use, that are still lessons that they've taught you?
Really just like kind of get ready and set for life if you go into that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Like Robertson, he'll talk to you, help you. If you don't understand stuff, he'll teach you too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now transitioning back to football. What's the best part about Friday nights in West Branch?
I think just the atmosphere, really. When you're at home, all the fans are here and the cheering and stuff. It's great.
Who are some of your biggest fans? Go ahead and give them a little shout out.
Probably my dad.
Yeah?
You can hear him a lot. Yeah.
No, he's not very vocal, is he?
Oh, too much.
And then your mom's right there behind you, usually on the sidelines.
Yeah, those two.
Cheerleading sponsor. And little brother is playing football.
Yeah, freshman.
Okay, what position does he play?
Wide receiver and safety.
You guys get along?
Yeah, for the most part.
What do you teach him? What do you tell him about the later years of football?
Just basically enjoy it while it lasts because it goes by quick.
Okay. Speaking of while it lasts, after everything is over, what's your plan? Do you got anything in mind for after high school?
Not really.
After basketball season, of course. Big timer coming up. He's a big time player.
Soccer season too.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else after that? Anything? Have you looked into thought about I'm going to go to school here or I want to do this?
No, just I think trade school probably. Moving out of Iowa.
Well, that tells you right there that this kid wants to work hard because anybody that's willing to do that is willing to make it in life. Sounds like you're willing to do that. Thanks for playing football again this year. Go Bears.
Yeah, go Bears.
Go Bears. You're good.
EMS Detergent Services has been providing janitorial supplies to businesses across the Midwest for over 50 years. Based in North Liberty, EMS uses products made right here in Iowa and offers exceptional and affordable services for their clients. Learn more at emsdetergentservices.com. Julie and Dan Hayes at EMS Detergent Services, proud supporters of the West Branch Bears.
Here with Jake Stenberg, Activities Director from West Branch. If you didn't know, if you're living under a rock or just didn't know, this guy right here was just voted by peers in the industry and coaches, whatever alike, as the Southeastern District Activities Director of the Year. Congratulations on that, Jake.
Appreciate it.
It says a lot that this is your 8th year at West Branch. And first of all, you're here for 8 years. You're a younger guy. You could have gone somewhere else.
Yep.
I think you're well respected in the activities and athletics community at West Branch. So again, congrats. How do you feel?
Feels great. Obviously it's a group award. Obviously I wouldn't be in this spot if it weren't for great coaches, great directors, and the people of West Branch. But found a home here, love it here, and have no plans of moving on. So
You heard it here first, folks. But make sure, if after you see this video or if you read it somewhere else, when you come across his, walk by him, shake his hand, or at least tell him congratulations, because we're pretty lucky to have a guy like Jake, a younger guy, 8-year athletic director, and he's sticking around. He's a Bear. He's a Bear. Once a Bear, always a Bear, right, Jake?
you bet.
Go Bears.
For over 50 years, the Fullwider Insurance Agency has provided quality insurance coverage for the West Branch area. The Fullwider Agency provides superior customer service and quality insurance solutions for you. As trusted choice independent agents, we're able to find the best insurance products and services available to protect you, your family, and your business. Call 643-2695 to ask for a free insurance review. The Fullwider Agency, a proud supporter of the West Branch Bears.
Talking with assistant coach Kevin Braddock. First question I'm going to ask, it's senior night in West Branch. This is a class that you've been coaching since, well, for a long time. You've known a lot of the kids. It's not the biggest class, but it's a special class nonetheless. What can you say about these seniors?
Yeah, senior night's a special night every year. So there's 9 of them, kind of a small group. But one thing about, these guys, wins or losses, they've stayed together. They work hard. They're a bunch of good kids. I would think, it's a reflection of a lot of things, their parents, whatever it might be. But even though, we got 2 more opportunities ahead of us, and hopefully we can pull out a couple more wins yet. But even with, how we're doing here with just 2 wins thus far, they've kind of held it together. And, nobody's throwing in the towel. Just a good bunch of boys. They bring their lunch pail, do everything we ask them to do. And we're getting better. We're real close. So.
And then one more question on that line. It's a little bit more serious and somber, but this is the last full class that Coach Peterson had sort of his hand on. So can you see some of the reflections from what Coach Peterson was doing and some of that in these kids?
Yeah, for sure. Coach had a big influence on every kid he coached, whatever sport it was or taught in his day. So and it's amazing. I can think Cole Crossway, for example. It just seems like, and Ethan, and all of them. The 4 years go by so fast. And you're right. Coach Peterson is a big influence for all the seniors, us coaches and what have you. So I hadn't thought of that, but it is a special aspect of this senior class. Mm-hmm.
So the season probably hasn't gone wins and losses the way that you would hoped. But where has this team gained? What are some of the things that they've, from day one to day whatever we are at now, that some of the things that they've built on are getting stronger at, I guess?
Yeah, you're right. Wins and losses, but it's not always about wins and losses. So, and like I said, it's even though you wouldn't know coming to practice, I feel like, the team unity is still there. We're like I said, we're real close to something good happening. We're bound to have something good happen. They're working hard, even though, the scoreboard hasn't shown it a few Friday nights this year. I really feel like something's good's going to happen. And at the end of the day, wins and losses, you may learn more. The old adage of learning more from a loss than you do a win. It's going to make these boys stronger. and they'll get rewarded somewhere down the road, whether it's with the 2 more opportunities we got left here in the 24 season or down the road when they're at work or, have the family of their own and things are tough. You stay together and you keep trying to win. You try to win the day.
He talked about how good things are about to happen, and they have in bunches. Special teams playing really well in one game. Defense playing really well in one game. Offense playing really one game. When they bring it together, this is going to could be a pretty good football team as we go further game by game.
And you're spot on there. If we can put 3 phases all together in one evening, we'll be okay. And injuries and a few things like that. We're a thin team, with the 9 seniors, and the younger guys and the less experienced fellas have stepped in and done a fine job, which is good. That's what builds a program. So, even though we'll lose 9 of them, and those 9 have all contributed. I mean, through the years, sometimes there's, maybe a guy doesn't get in a whole lot. They've all been, they all do something. Yeah. They all do something to help the team. So, and they've shown good leadership in that regard, that they stay the course. They stay the course, and something good will happen by their senior year. Ethan Miller's a good example.
That's true.
So,
one final question for you. I asked this of Coach Tiley a couple weeks ago, and now you. Coaching football. What makes one decide to be a football coach, and B, what excites you about being here each and every day?
I mean, a lot of stuff. I mean, we don't got enough time, right? But, practices are usually, 2 hours every night or plus. We started a little sooner this year in June with more things, which, added to that time. But it goes by so fast. I mean, a season goes by so fast. So when something's fun and you enjoy it, like I do and like the other coaches do, it's just rewarding. It's rewarding. Win or lose, it's rewarding watching the kids work together, have fun, and try to accomplish, a win each Friday night. So it's a blast.
And from one bear to another bear to every bear out there, there's the lesson. No matter what, enjoying it, putting it all together, and in the end, go Bears.
Go Bears.
Introducing SnapStack Checking and Savings from Fidelity Bank and Trust. With SnapStack, you can earn cash back on your everyday transactions, plus 5.12% APY on savings balances up to $5,000. Open yours today and make bank in a snap. It just makes sense. No minimum balance required to obtain APY. If checking activity qualifications are not met, all savings balances earn 0.05% APY. Visit bankfidelity.bank for terms and conditions on the account. Fidelity Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Hodge Construction is a leader in developing commercial and academic spaces, multifamily condos, townhomes, and more. Hodge Construction began in Iowa City in 1981, focusing on residential construction. Through positive relationships and quality projects, Hodge has continued to grow and expand its project diversity over the past nearly 40 years. At Hodge, clients aren't customers, they're partners. The Bearcast for the 2024 football season is presented by Marcy Willier with Urban Acres Real Estate. Also brought to you by Dan and Julie Hayes with EMS Detergent Services, Fidelity Bank and Trust, the Fullwider Insurance Agency, Hodge Construction, Main Street Suites, and the West Branch Times.
Welcome live. Week 7 here of high school football in the state of Iowa finds us back in the friendly confines of the Little Rose Bowl as the Bears take on the visiting undefeated and third-ranked, the Wilton Beavers are in town tonight. I am joined tonight, Jason Miller here, by John Hirschman again in the booth, and on the sidelines, Randy Sexton. We'll hear from him here in a little bit. Key point of the season for West Branch, throw away the 2-4, John, as we talked about this earlier. Throw that away. Postseason is definitely still in play for this West Branch football team. 2 weeks left. 1 win gets them in for sure. 2 win gets them in with some confidence.
Exactly, and a defining win would be huge for their confidence. 6-0, 2-4, that stuff kind of goes out the window when there's a rivalry game, and we've had a rivalry with Wilton for quite a few years. So hope the Bears step up here, and this is going to be an interesting game to watch.
Some names you're going to hear tonight from Wilton quite a bit. There are 17 seniors on this football team, and the majority of these kids have started at the varsity level. This is their third year. 15 out of the 17 kids have been a varsity starter for 3 years. At a small school, that doesn't happen very often, where you find one class that maybe their sophomore year took some lumps, Hirsch, and then junior year got a lot better last year. And this year, the fruits of that labor are starting to come to reality, and it's looking good on paper for the Beavers.
Yeah, and you can see it on film. When you have that many kids that have played for 3 years in the program, you start adding little wrinkles to things, and I could see that when I watched them on film. They've added little trick plays here and there, and their offense, I know, is a little bit more diverse than what I had seen in the past, too.
Joining us, the third member of the broadcast team tonight on the sidelines, Coach Randy Sexton is back for his third voyage with us. The Bears, by the way, have won the toss and elected to defer, kicking off from the south. But Coach Sexton, field conditions, weather report, what do you got?
Weather report. I don't know if you could have a better night for football than what we do tonight. In the field, as always, looks fantastic. I think this place is fast and it's ready to get after it.
Man, you don't see in October specifically anything like this, Barney. I don't remember on October 11th, by the way, Matt Chenander's birthday, in week 7, where it's 75 degrees at kickoff.
Pretty nice to be able to play in conditions like this and wearing shorts on the sidelines when we're in October, huh?
Getting your steps in tonight. Don't have to go for a walk. You got the sidelines. Well, we're about ready to tee it up. The Bears are going to kick it going from north to south, so left to right on our radio dial here in the booth. Yeah, they're going through the pregame announcements right now. Some starters for the Bears. At center tonight, a senior. It was senior night, as we've talked about. Number 52, Tate Frantz, sets it up. The guards tonight, a senior number 50, Sullivan Brook, and a senior number 72 is Dylan Sheely. At the tackles, 2 juniors, number 77, Mike Montgomery, and a new man to the offensive line. Was a tight end, H-back kind of player, but now he's moved to the line at 6'3", 205. It's good to have him there in Lincoln Neighbor. H-back and fullback tonight, number 36, junior Connor Capper. Your receivers tonight, 18, a senior Nate Hills, 6, Oliver Trepanier, and a senior number 17, Ethan Miller. And at tailback, 32, Cooper Gates. Your quarterback, another senior captain, number 7, is Connor Rios. Brandon Peterson also being announced as a starter. There's going to be a lot of moving parts, but all those names are going to get a lot of time tonight. John, what are your keys to the game tonight other than scoring more points than the other team?
Well, first off, hats off to Lincoln Neighbor for moving from tight end to line. We've had some, in the years I coached, we had some pretty special kids do that same thing. I can think back just to last year, Reese Trepanier doing that, helping us out. Prior to that, Cale Federlin and Billy Freese, and I know there's been several others before then, but it's a selfless move by Lincoln, and I think he's going to do really well there. He's 200 pounds, very athletic. This is going to be fun to watch him play the line. But otherwise, keys to the game, like I said earlier, we're the underdog. What the heck? Get after it, man. We got any trick plays, we better run them tonight. Anything Coach Braddock's got up his sleeves on special teams is going to be fun to watch, so this is going to be a fun one.
Gingrich, the kick is in the air. It's high, deep down to the corner, taken by Dusenberry at the 4, cutting back to the middle. Cuts to left, he has got some room. Gingrich, the only man in his way. Nice tackle by the kicker, but a great return by Dusenberry of 37 yards out to the 42, a 38-yard return, where the Beavers will take over 1st and 10. Barney, you were right down there by that. It looked as though it was closing, and then he put on the Jets and just made a nice return, took to the green.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought we had him bottled up pretty well. They had a nice block here that kind of cleared him up a little bit. But, well, I'll tell you, from down here, these Wilton plays have some good size.
At quarterback number 3, Drew Keith, a senior. Tailback is Owen Hassel. Hassel gets it first play. He is tackled, hit by Cooper Gates. Who else behind the line of scrimmage? Gets ahead right back, drags him to the original line of scrimmage. Great play to start for the Bears.
Cooper Gates. And this is what we're going to see out of Wilton. There's a lot of spread offense. They're either going to have 4 wide receivers or they'll have an H-back in the backfield like they did on that first down play.
Same formation this time, the H-back to the left. That's number 14, Gatlin Rogers, one of the few juniors. 2 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. Keith rolls out to the right, throws to the right. He's got Dusenberry out there. Catches it, sets down, and then takes a hit by Cooper Gates. That's a gain of 5. It's 3rd and manageable, but I'll take 3rd and 5 on defense because the playbook opens a little bit, but you can pin their ears back on defense.
Just keep getting them 3rd down. Make them hurt themselves. They get a holding, drop a pass. That's what we need.
3rd and 5 at their own 48 for the Beavers. Serrata, Dusenberry, and Rogers. Trips to the right. It's an empty formation with McQuillan and Hassel to the left. Trying to draw West Branch off. There's a snap. Quick throw to the right. Slant pattern caught. That is Rogers. That is good for 10 yards to the West Branch 42 and a 1st and 10 for the Beavers. Through 3 slants on that side, on the backside, it was just a quick read, and he took it.
Yeah, just a quick slant right behind our blitz, too. That was a well-called play on their part.
We got a quick official's timeout. Not sure what for, but head official Billy Jacobson waves his arm and trips to the right. McQuillan singled up out on Peterson. Handoff, quick hit there to Hassel, and it's no going. Tate France is the first one there, throws him back. We're going to call that a loss of 1. Nice play by the Bears interior.
Yeah, we've done a good job against the run here so far.
That's what you like from a defense on first. There's a flag on the play. Sideline or an unsportsmanlike conduct on West Branch. Wow. Not sure what it was for. But Sheely's in, and Tate France is out. That's a big penalty after a nice first down stop. 15 yards. That's going to take it down to 1st and 10 at the 27.
Yeah, very late call there, too. I think somebody was talking that was overheard by that head official.
And I don't even know if he was talking at the official. It may have been just partisan. Back to that empty formation, trips left, duels right. Quick hit out to the right this time. Pass is complete to Dusenberry again. Quick hit, and then there's a flag on the play coming in late. It's either going to be a hold on Keaton Gates or it's going to be a hold on Hassel out on the right.
It's going to be a hold on Wilton. That pass is behind the line of scrimmage. So
yes, what do we got?
So that can't be a holding on Keaton.
There you go. And it is a hold on the Beavers. Called at the point of the reception at the 23. So that penalty is going to go back to the 33. Should make it 1st down and 16. Glad John was here John's territory here in the booth with us to take care of the rules and replays.
Well, sometimes if you don't know the rules, you just make them up.
Trips left, single set off the left is Hassel. Give to Hassel up the middle. Had a crease, but it closed quickly. The Bears interior, Coach Sexton, that Bear interior lineman, they are fired up tonight.
You know, I like Cooper down, a hand down in the middle of the field here. Seems to be causing Wilton some issues. He is so quick off the ball. But yeah, you are right. We are swarming to the ball, just like you want to see a West Branch defense work.
Same thing we saw last week, too, when we bring Cooper up and get that forefront and let him put his hand down. He's hard to block.
Empty formation. Trips left. Duel to the right. Set up. There's a late blitz. A flag on the play. It is complete to number 1, McQuillan. It's a nice 8-yard pickup. It's already showing that it's going to be an illegal formation calling on the Beavers. This one's coming back. 5-yard penalty negates a 10-yard reception. Bill Jacobson, the guy in the white hat's about ready to tell us, oh no, it's an illegal substitution. The guy on the outside on the Beaver sideline rolled his hand in a circle, but either way, it's on Wilton, and that's a big penalty for West Branch. Negates the Beavers got it back into 3rd down and manageable. Now it's going to be 2nd and about 19 from the 37. All right, West Branch. Got them. As a defense, this is kind of where you want a team. 19 yards to go. Bears got to watch out a while here. So far, Keith has not held the ball himself. He put about 20 pounds on in the offseason. Skilled runner. There he hands it off. No, he keeps it this time. All right on cue, and he gets forward through that interior. The Bears bit on the running back. Keith pops forward for about 5-6 yards, but it's still going to be 3rd and 13.
Yeah, it's 2-down territory. We need to continue doing what we've been doing with our DBs, where we're keeping everybody in front of us.
That Phil Parker is kind of known for that over at Iowa. Not usually, he doesn't like anything getting deep. Bending, not breaking. Back to that empty formation. Leaves it susceptible for a quarterback draw. There's only one man out here to the left. Quarterback didn't see it, but now he's thrown that way, looking for a man, and it's almost intercepted, and there's a flag on the play. There's a flag on the sideline, the West Branch sideline. I think that might be a sideline warning on West Branch, which shouldn't be a penalty on the first one unless he bumped. It is a sideline penalty on West Branch. It's going to bring up 4th down, as that first one is a warning. Correct, Coach Hirschman? He just showed 4th down, so that's good.
Yeah, first one should be a warning. We're lucky that's a warning, though, because the ref actually ran into somebody.
A guy. Yeah.
Good screen down here, Hirsch.
Yeah, you got to look for that, especially when we gave up a couple screens last week.
So trips left, single set is Dusenberry out to the right. He's been the number 1 guy for Keith. He's rolled. There's pressure. Lincoln gets pressure, throws it across the middle, behind the receiver. Rios makes a play on the ball, but it gets through, and it is complete for a 1st down, Beavers at the 13. The safety Rios has tried to make a play. It's behind the receiver, and he makes a nice concentration catch through the hands, John.
Yeah, we actually had it covered really well, but just like you said, that throw was behind the receiver, and I think if that throw was on the money, I think Rios is either picking it or he's knocking it down since it's 4th down.
Well, that's a horse of a different color for the Beavers at 1st and 10 at the 13. Handoff is to Hassel right at the middle, gets through the first line, scoots forward, dives forward. It's a nice gain on 1st down to the 5. Now it's 2nd and 5. And it's good to have Coach Sexton down there inside the red zone, can kind of give us some better looks than we have. We can see it, but he sees it from a different vantage point, can help us out on scoring plays for sure. So, 2nd and 3 from the 5. They're going back to that sort of spread Coach Hirschman talked about. Hansel up the middle. He's got space. It's close to a 1st down. What are they going to say? It looks like it's going to be a 1st down and goal, Barney?
Yeah, it's going to be 1st and goal here.
At the
spotted to just 2.5.
Okay. Well, that Beaver offensive line anchored by a couple members of the same family. Carter Drake Metzger is a senior at 6'3", 250. His brother, a sophomore, 5'8", 200. And at center, just an absolute bulldog, is Owen Milder. And you can watch, they're going to go right behind old 58 here on the left side, I bet you. Drew.
They've got that H back in. Whatever way he goes is where the play goes.
Now it's a pass, and it's knocked down. Great job by Rios there, knocking the play away.
Man, that was real close to a touchdown, going the opposite way. Connor just missed a pick there.
Gotta love to see they're right on that. My guess is Coach Hessler, he threw it there, probably going to go back to try to smash mouth this in. That Bear interior has been playing good. Let's see how stout they are up the middle on this one.
So where some spread offenses refuse to go under center ever, and this is where I think it hurts you a little bit when you can't go under center.
Timing. This is Hassel up the middle, gets hit at the line of scrimmage, and goes right down.
Because if you're at the goal line and you at least have the threat of a quarterback sneak, then the defense has to bunch the middle up, and then that gives you things off the edge.
Exactly.
But when you're 100% shotgun all the time, you don't have to worry about that as a defensive coach.
Was that Tate Franzen on the tackle, Barney? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I believe it was Tate and Cooper again. They're kind of owning that inside right now.
Speaking of own it, the Bears need to do so. It's 3rd and goal at the 2. I think, like Hirsch said a little bit ago, this is probably 4-down territory.
Yeah, Wilton doesn't really have much of a field goal kicker, so this
Watch for Keith.
2 down.
Motion to left. Watch Keith here. Spin. No, there's Hassel. Runs into a blocker. He bounces off of him, and he gets to the end zone. The Bears had him bundled up there, but the athlete in Hassel bounces and gets 6.
Ran into his own puller. It slowed him down, but puller kind of got in our way too.
And they had a nice edge block there from their slot man and the H-back. Had a nice gap to the left, and it was nothing but green for him, and 6 points for 6.
I'd expect him to go for 2 most of the night.
And that's what they're setting up with. The 7-minute, it's an 11-play, 59-yard drive in 7 minutes. There's that spread, probably going to split him around. Different running back this time. Thrown to the corner, thrown back behind. That's incomplete, but a very late penalty. The ball is over Dusenberry's head, and then he gets knocked down. They're going to call pass interference on West Branch. Hirsch is looking that back right now. I think that's how I saw it. The ball was already over his head. The second receiver almost caught it, and then the flag was thrown.
Yeah, I don't see interference on that. It looked like Keaton was there about the same time as the ball, and the ball was overthrown.
Which in high school, if it's uncatchable, unless it's blatant contact. But now they're at the 1-yard line. There's your under center, Hirsch. He's under center this time. Straight dive, goes up the middle, and he is short.
We stopped him.
Right on it, Coach Sexton.
Yeah, you're going to be shocked to know that it was that number 32 kid again.
What's his name?
No, I can't remember.
Is it Gaddis?
Yeah, that might be.
Cooper
That's another
Gates.
great play. That's actually a pretty solid defensive series for us. You take that one play out with a big penalty. We really did a nice job there defensively. This is the thing. I mean, if the Bears keep building off of that, we can stop these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That penalty hurt, but we stopped the run pretty well. We kept most of the passes in front of us. I mean, if they want to do that, throw short passes in front of us all night, I know Coach Bailey's going to be happy with that. He's going to live and die with that. Let them move down the field. If it takes them 12 plays, fine. They're going to hurt themselves at some point with a holding or drop pass, whatever it might be.
Beavers kicking off number 14, a junior, Gatlin Rogers. Gates is alone on the 5. 3 guys up in front of him at the 15 are Peterson and Ellison, and I can't see who's in the middle. Is that Hatfield? Is that an old school straight toe kicker? Haven't seen that in years. And it's a nice kick. Gates from the 8, going fast upfield. Got a little hole in the middle. Cuts back to the right. Oh, little saving tackle there. Nice tackle by number 2 for the Beavers. That's Dreyfall. But a good return for West Branch. They're going to take over at the 30. Let's see what Coach Tiley, the 29 now. See what he's got up his sleeve. Now they move it back to the 28. No matter what, it's 1st and 10 for West Branch. Physical football teams, best way to go at physical football teams, I think, Coach Sexton, is to bring the physical right back to them.
Yeah, I agree 100%, JP. This would be a perfect time for us to just buckle up and run right down their faces.
There's that gun 8 formation, or similar. Is that what it's called, John? Gun, but three right, 1 left. We've used this formation quite a bit.
Yeah, we call
it
gun 8. It's trips.
Yep.
Wilton runs a 4-2-5 defense. Looks a little bit like a 4-4 a lot of times. So they've got 2 safeties high right now.
Gates to the left of Rios. Little option, late pitch to Gates. Gets past the first guy, the second guy, then he's tripped up, but a nice first down gain of 4.
It's a good play.
4 and 4 and 4 is a first down, Jeff Art math. Actually, it's a 6. They're going to give him now it's back to a 4-yard gain. It was 6, then they move it back to 4 from the 33. 2. 2nd and 6, same formation. Trips right. Gates on the left hip of Rios. Peterson in motion left. Sets up. Rios back to pass. He's looking, nothing there. He's got room out to the right, looking for a man downfield. He's got a man in the middle, but he's just going to take what he can get. Gets a nice gain. Out to about the 38. It's a gain of 5.
It's close to a first down. I think he's got it.
Look at that. They're going to give him the first down at the 38. Nice mark for the Bears. Moving it forward. Are they saying no first down?
Well, you got a chain gang here for a reason. Let's let them measure.
The referees have moved it ahead, and now they're not.
Oh, okay, yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, they said it looked like 3rd and -1.
That's not something you see every day. Now they're going trips left. Miller Island Ethan out here on his own. Gates to the right hip of Rios. Capper in motion right this time. Handoff quick, and there's a missed block. Remember I told you about number 58? Carter Drake Metzger's going to muck it up in the middle in our preview. He did right there. There was nowhere for Gates to go. Tried to get something and I guess we're going to give him 1 yard. It's a big human being in the middle of that line.
Yeah, I'd like to see us continue to look at that, though. If it looked like when we went trips to that gun 8 you were talking about, that Wilton widened out one of their middle linebackers. They did again. It's like a 4-1 box if we run the ball, and I like our odds with Cooper Gates with that.
Now Gates in motion, an empty formation. Gates out to the left behind the trips. It's a rocket screen inside to Trepanier with the catch. Going forward, and I think he does have a first down just over midfield to Beaver territory. They're going to mark it right at the 50. 11 yards and a Bear 1st and 10.
Receivers did a nice job blocking on that. Mike Montgomery pulls and leads that too. That was a well-designed play. That's been a staple in the offense going before me and back to Jared his first time around.
Gotta love the Bears. That's 2 first downs on the opening drive, getting a little bit of confidence brewing here. And getting Coach Sexton some more steps on the sidelines. You gotta love it. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Gates, right hip of Rios. Snap, handoff, fake is to Gates, pulls it, RPO out to Capper. He's got some room, getting upfield. Nice block there by Nathan Hills. Nice block by that senior Coach Hirschman. Gets him 12 yards and a Bear 1st and 10.
Yeah, getting the ball out on the edge.
Hey, that was excellent blocking out here on the edge by Nate, and Oliver both did a really nice job of sealing that one defender up.
It's not just catching the football. If you can block, you're going to play. And if you get your block on the outside, that opens the field up. And right there it did for 13 yards on that completion, and a Bear 1st and 10 at the 35 of Wilton. 3 left, Gates on the left of Rios and Miller out here on the right. Handoff is to Gates up the middle, gets past the first guy, bounces off like a pinball off 2, but then a dam of Beavers get him after he gets about 2 to 3 yards. That was a hard 2-3 yards.
That's okay, though. It makes Wilton respect that, and then that lets us throw those bubbles that we were doing. And then what that will lead to eventually is a bubble go, which is a play that has hurt Wilton over the years, too. They'll get aggressive. They're a bunch of wrestlers over there. They're good athletes, but they are aggressive. And you can get them on double moves and bubble goes.
3 to the right. Miller's got Trepanier, single coverage left. Rio straight drop back to pass. Nothing there. He's getting rushed, flushed out of the pocket. Just throws it. Oh, was trying to throw it out of bounds. It slipped off his hands, but it is incomplete. 3rd down and 9, we're calling it at the 34. They moved the ball back a yard from that. That was weird. It was at the 33. Well, nonetheless, it's 3rd and long.
It was designed as a quick pass, and Mike Montgomery at tackle tried to cut his guy knowing it was a quick pass, but then when that wasn't open and Connor had to try to look for a second, third option, it was tough because Mike's guy then was free.
All right, this time we got dual receivers right, left, and Capper's going in motion left to make it trips. Gates flashes out to the side. Rios, nothing there. Pops up, completed the pass. It's right at the first down line to Nate Hills. It looks like it is going to be an 11-yard completion. Another 1st and 10 for the Bears, and you love Randy Sexton jogging on the sidelines for it. Nice play there. Good job by Rios staying tough in the pocket, Hirsch.
Yeah, for sure. And back to Barney. I mean, him and I arm wrestled over who got to walk the sidelines. And you know how much I love walking all around town, but, Barney needs his steps.
Isn't that the truth? Fellow like me needs to get plenty of steps in.
Trips to the right. Single set off the left hip is in motion to the right. Now you got Quads out there. Look, shows his hand for a quick bubble. Nothing there. Now he still has him. Comes back to Cooper Gates late. Nice catch, and he's just going straight forward.
I love it. Get the ball in that kid's hands however you can get it, especially out there in space like that.
And that's an 8-yard completion now to the 15. It's going to be 2nd and 2 with 1 minute to go in the first period. Great drive put together here by Coach Tiley no matter what happens. Great opening drive for the Bears.
If I'm not mistaken here, I believe that was number 14 out covering the bubble as well. If I'm not mistaken, he has the contain as well. So we kind of got him in a 2-on-1 there.
Single set out way left. Now Capper's in the sniffer back formation, Hirsch, that little spread formation. Keaton Gates motion left. And we got timeout. Coach Tiley didn't like what he saw, so he wants to get it set up, and we got timeout West Branch.
Yeah, I think if Coach Tiley sees that again, actually instead of going to motion to that, you've really only got one overhang defender on the left side, and you've got your H-back over there. If we ran like a loaded speed option, we have We have Gates block that guy. There's nobody home for the pitch man or Rios if he keeps it.
And Barney, I've been watching more where the ball's going, not what's going on between the trenches. Looks like the Bears have been getting in outside of one play where Metzger threw the center away and was right there on Gates. Looks like the Bears are holding their own against a very physical Beaver line.
Especially on pass pro, we've been very solid with that. Minus a couple times where Connor went to scramble, we haven't really had a whole lot of pressure in his face. Hopefully that keeps going. We're doing a good job on pass pro and keep pounding the ball a little bit as well. This is a good start for the Bears.
Well, hopefully the Bears can keep it going here and get in the end zone, and Coach Sexton will be right down there to give us the blue, white, red, black color commentary from on the spot. As we come out of the timeout, 32.5 remains in the first. The Bears have 2nd and 2 at the Wilton 15. They're packing it in the middle here. There's Gates in that motion again, looking for that fake jet sweep look. Rios keeps it. It's going to be very close. Does he have the first down, Barney? You're right on it.
According to the spot, he's maybe just a little bit short, but boy, it's not by much.
I think that was the right read because,
like I said, it's first down.
They did that just like you said. John, I think most of this year when they've ran that jet, they've ran the jet. There wasn't a fake. I haven't seen many of that yet this year, and Wilton may have read. I saw their backside backer roll with it, left it opening up the middle.
Yeah. When we've got numbers to that side, if we come back next year, run the jet, I think that's going to be a good look for us.
Well, that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Your score is Wilton 6, West Branch 0. We're going to take a quick timeout here. You're listening to the Bearcast on WestBranch.Football.
Introducing SnapStack Checking and Savings from Fidelity Bank and Trust. With SnapStack, you can earn cash back on your everyday transactions, plus 5.12% APY on savings balances up to $5,000. Open yours today and make bank in a snap. It just makes sense. No minimum balance required to obtain APY. If checking activity qualifications are not met, all savings balances earn 0.05% APY. Visit bankfidelity.bank for terms and conditions on the account. Fidelity Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Hodge Construction is a leader in developing commercial and academic spaces, multifamily condos, townhomes, and more. Hodge Construction began in Iowa City in 1981, focusing on residential construction. Through positive relationships and quality projects, Hodge has continued to grow and expand its project diversity over the past nearly 40 years. At Hodge, clients aren't customers, they're partners.
Welcome back to the Bearcast as we begin the second quarter. Wilton 6, West Branch 0. The Beavers had an 11-play, 59-yard drive. The Bears got the kickoff 71 yards away. And 9 plays later, the Bears are at 1st and 10 at the 13 of Wilton as we begin the second quarter. Rios 4-5 that first quarter for 45 yards. Spreading it out to 4 different receivers. Nice quarter for him so far.
Kind of a stacked look here. 2 receivers stacked wide on both sides.
Hands at the Gates up the middle.
Like it.
Oh, he almost got through. Nice play by the linebacker there. I'll get his number in a second. But he looked like he had an opening, and then it shut down. 2-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
I still like that look. I mean, you've got to give Cooper Gates the ball. You got to make him respect it. Even if Cooper doesn't have a big run, it's going to open other things up.
Almost identical stats for these two teams in the first quarter. We'll get to that here in a second.
Staying in that stacked formation. Receivers are wide.
Looking for he's got a quick one-on-one to Gates. Slips the first tackle. Bounces outside the second one. Holding on, he breaks another. I keep saying that. You'd think he was in the end zone, but that was one of the better 4-yard receptions, as you'll see, Coach Sexton.
Yeah, that's a tough run by Coop. It looks like they're going to be spotted here right at the 8.
So that would make it 3rd and 6. Long 5, short 6. Bears are slow getting the play in, but they got 20 seconds left on the play clock. For West Branch, I wouldn't call this a 4-down period set, would you, John, with the kicker that Ginrich is?
Not with our kicker.
Right. This time it's more to the left slot. You've got 2 receivers left. You got Peterson and Capper. Trepanier and Hills right. Now Kepper's in motion right. Looking backside corner. He's got a man to Peterson. Touchdown!
You betcha. Great catch by Brandon. Perfectly thrown ball.
Rios On the money to Peterson, back corner. Hello, end zone. What a try for West
back
Branch.
Corner, tall, lanky kid, Brandon going up. Beautiful. Now let's drill this and take a lead.
What a try by West Branch. 11 plays, 72 yards. And wouldn't you know, the Bears would come back as the bad guys.
This kind of has the feel of the beginning of that Williamsburg game, which was good. It was a good close game. The first quarter, first half, we kind of ran out of steam late, but we're playing well.
Snap, hold is down, the kick is up, and the Bears take the lead, 7-6, 10:30 in the second quarter. How about that?
Hey, I don't know if we've had a better offensive series than what we did right there, boys. That's a great start by Coach Tiley.
You gotta love it. When an experienced team does what they've been doing all year, goes right down and drives it in, as Coach Sexton's down there buttering up Bill Jacobson on the sideline. The Beavers go down and done what they've done all year as an experienced team scoring. West Branch came right back, took that Rocky punch to the left cheek, went back Apollo Creed to the right cheek.
Yeah, that's a great drive, just like Barney just said, too. And, the wing T offense that we ran for years, you take this away, then this is open. The spread offense that we run now is the same thing. Jared's mixing in a little bit of run, is keeping the box tight. That way we can throw those bubbles, get the ball out wide. It's a really good drive. The other thing you noticed there was a penalty-free drive. We didn't hurt ourselves at all.
Gotta love that. All right. And maybe one of the bigger weapons of the night. We talked about the three phases, and for West Branch, the special teams may have an advantage. Already they're showing it 1-0. Gingrich kicks it. High kick to the right corner again. A little catches it at the 5. He's backed up into the corner. Bears close it down this time. Keaton Gates. The boom. Hello. Woo. 2 points. Takedown at the 14.
Keaton Gates is one of the better open field tacklers that we've had around here in a long time.
And there's nothing to that. He's 5'7", 155 pounds. But he doesn't care who he's going against. He's taking him down.
He's tough. He's a wrestler. Exactly. He doesn't care who he's bringing down. He's bringing him down.
They mark it at the 16. It was only a 9-yard return. Beavers take over their second possession of the night. 10:24 remains in the first half. Dual receivers left, twins left and right. Hassel, left hip of Keith. 8 seconds on the play clock. Handoff is to Hassel up the middle. He's got a little space this time. Gets through the first and second man, and he gets a nice gain. It's going to be a first down gain of a first down to the 27 of 12 yards.
Carrying that ball a little loose. Hopefully we get an opportunity to knock it loose, get a turnover.
He's kind of a jitterbug back. He's not the biggest kid in the world at 5'8", 160 pound, diminutive, but he gets his foot in the ground. He's quick. Same. Twins left and right. Hassel on the right hip. Keith drops back to pass. Looking right. Nothing there. Going deep. Keaton's right on him. Oh, Dusenberry. What an athlete. The athletic play that was by that receiver. Keaton's right on him. And the throw's a little short. Dusenberry slows up, goes up, takes his height advantage, and takes the ball.
Yeah, that was great coverage by Keaton. But just like you said, that ball was a little bit underthrown. It allowed the receiver to back up on it and then jump over Keaton.
32-yard play. The Beavers, first and 10 at the West Branch 43. Again, great catch by Dusenberry. Handoff to Hassel over the left side. Bounces off Franz. Then Franz catches up. Has a little help from from Ellison. A 5-yard gain on first down for the Beavers. First beginning of the game, he was trying to go straight up the middle. That wasn't working. Now he's bouncing outside. Gets his feet going a little bit. That speed that kid has, he gets a little bit more room to run.
He runs hard. He's hard to bring down. But when that guy runs like that and that ball gets loose, it's going to come out eventually. Hopefully
get a little
it's this
cavalier
game.
with the football. Single set out here. Ball fake. Pass out to the left. Got a man complete. That's McQuillan. Nice pass. A complete to the 31. And it's a first and 10 Beavers. They got a little bit of a drive going here, set up by that big play. Can't fault the defenser right there.
Wilton has a lot of weapons, and Keith, the quarterback, does a nice job of spreading the ball around.
And off this time, it goes up the middle to Hassel. He bounces off one guy, but doesn't bounce off 32. 52. Tate Franz this time. Franz, no second bounce. It's a 2-yard loss. Now he's going to take from the official on the West Branch sideline saying a 1-yard loss. Either way, a great first down play by that defense. 2nd and 11 at the 32. Trips left. That man Dusenberry's out here singled up on Gates, and he's the favorite receiver of Keith. Slant route. Nice catch there. Quick hit. Rogers is the receiver. Good second down play for the Beavers, making it 3rd and 3 at the 24. Excuse me, we'll call it 3. Very manageable. It's probably 4 down territory because they don't kick the football. All right, Bear defense. I tell you what, Keith may not have the strongest arm downfield, but he makes great reads, and his short yardage balls have been on the money. Taking what they give. This time Keith's taking the ball, taking it. Ooh, he is tripped up, or he could have been in the end zone. It's a nice trip up there by, who was the Hatfield, maybe a touchdown saving tackle, but that's a 1st and 10 for that quarterback Keith down to the 17.
Yeah, Drew Keith, he's a good spread offense quarterback. He doesn't have a real strong arm, but he doesn't need to. He's a good runner. I think he's got 1,000 yards and like 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, so he's obviously smart with the ball. Doesn't take chances.
Got over
Does
300
a good
yards
job with that
rushing,
offense.
too. He put on 20 to 25 pounds in the offseason. Looking left. Now he's looking deep. A go man in the open end zone. He's wide open. Touchdown, Wilton.
Yeah, got us on a little bit of a blown coverage there.
Was that a bubble and go? Could you guys tell?
It was.
There?
It was a bubble and go.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's a bubble or go, but it's the same gist. It actually is kind of like the old Joe Burrow LSU offense where the outside receiver just runs bubble and the inside receiver runs a fade. They run that a lot.
Yeah, let's watch that back.
It puts your safety or linebacker one-on-one with the inside
2-point
receiver.
conversion, a little option. Hassel cuts back. I don't think he's going to get in. He is not. The Bears are tough to task. No gain. Hassel's slow to get up. He took a shot there by the Bears. Good job by Rio's sportsmanship. But after the drive, again, another drive by the Beavers. That's 9 plays, 86 yards on 9 plays. 6 points. It's 12-7, 6:31 in the second. As we watch this touchdown play back here, John, kind of give me a call here. Looking for the bubble, and it looked like the guy, was he on the inside that went deep? Yeah.
Yeah, the number 2 receiver from the sideline goes deep, and they run that. They've shown that a lot on film. They run it out of 2 receivers. That one they ran out of 3 receivers. So the 3rd receiver in actually blocked for number 1 if they did throw the bubble.
Ended up we had a linebacker running with it. That's why I was kind of curious what it might have been.
Okay. And that was Brisker. That's a lot of Briskers going through the Wilton School District through the years. That's just, excuse me, that was Dreyful. I'm sorry about that. Well, see if the Bears can come right back and put another drive in the books. A nice little 5-6 minute drive here. They get the ball to begin the second half. Rogers, gosh, I love an old straight toe kicker. Rick Fountain would sure be proud of this, Barnes. Straight toe. Low spinner. One hopped. Nice pick up there by Gates at his own 8. Running forward where he is blobbled up. Bounces out to the outside. Still going. Well, looked like a rugby scrum, and he came out. The little Australian rugger. Keaton Gates, nice return. They're going to spot him at around the 35, a 27-yard return.
Another real late flag coming here. I'm not sure what it's for.
Because that's in the middle of the field in the scrum. Is that going to be – that could be a great many things, so I won't see what that yellow fabric is going to call. They're going to the replay here between Bill Jacobson and the other guy. I'm not sure. Oh, it's on – they're looking at Wilton and pointing at Wilton. Holding on Wilton.
Well, he's signaling holding.
Yeah, but that can't be on the defense there. I don't know. Because he originally asked Wilton if they were going to take the penalty. That's got to be on West Branch.
And now they're talking. I think they are trying to figure out, well, you can't call holding on the kicking team. No.
That's on West Branch. That's going to be it. That is a huge penalty because the Bears took it. We're going to have it at the 34 to 35 yard line. This penalty is going to take it back to the 20. Wow.
Looking at replay down here, one of our kids got hip tossed there, so it really could have been defensive holding.
Oh, well, they are wrestlers, as Coach Hirschman mentioned. But it's not wrestling season. I don't think they let that happen in football.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We really had it blocked well. I know Coach Braddock works a lot on special teams, and we had a hat on a hat there, which is hard to do on a kickoff return.
So 1st and 10, 80 yards away at the 20. Tight bunch left. Keaton Gates in motion to the right. Comes back to the ball. Gets it. Oh. He breaks through the first tackle up the middle. Oh, my goodness. It looked like his helmet was ripped off, but he cuts through it again and gets about 11 yards, 10, 11 yards on a West Branch 1st and 10. Yeah. For a second there, I always thought he was getting decapitated.
I mean, both those Gates brothers will make plays. I mean, even that play right there was not blocked very well on the front side, and Keaton just made a play. And that's why we got to continue to stick with that. Give him the ball, give Cooper the ball. We can't abandon the run.
Maybe that was a bad choice of words, but that's what it looked like up here. My choice. But it's a 10 yards rush and a 1st and 10 Bears. There's that tight trips left. Peterson on his own out to the right. They're level. They are shelving him up out there. Oh, it looks like a screen pass. It's caught by Gates, by Cooper. Love it. That's like a
we haven't shown that much this year. And, again, that's another way to give Cooper Gates the ball. Get it out in space.
And a 5-yard pickup on 1st down. Do some math on that. 5 yards every down. You're going to keep getting 1st downs and run some clock, and sooner or later something happens. So 2nd 5 at the 35. Tight trips left, staying in the same formation. Keaton Gates in motion left. Coming back right. This time he rolls out. Got a man. The pocket breaks down. Has a quick pitch off there by Rios to Miller. It's going to be close to a 1st down. Let's see where he's marked. The back judge, White Hat, says he's short by about a half a yard, just shy of the 40.
We're going fast on 3rd down. I love that. Don't let the defense get set.
Going up under center here, Rios. Rios gets it, and he's getting the tush push by his running back. He's still going, and still going. What is going on? Why are they stopping the ball? Still running, but they stop him. My goodness, what happened there? Wow. I did not see forward momentum stop. They're going to give him the 1st and down after a 2-yard carry.
His progress wasn't stopped, but we're also lucky we didn't get called for aiding the runner, because in high school football you cannot push the runner from behind. We had 2 different guys pushing Connor from behind. You got to be careful with that.
But the good news is, after all that excitement, 1st and 10, West Branch at the 41, 4:30 left on the clock in the first half. No need to rush. 30 seconds on the play clock. Bears are getting
I love that on
up.
3rd and short, though, and Jared had them just come up quick.
Just
don't let a defense call a blitz. Don't let them get set up on their 3rd and short defense.
Down to that gun formation again. Trips left. Siegel set Peterson on the right. They are bracketed him up, showing him a bunch of respect. Handoff up the middle to Gates. There is nothing there. He is hit by CDM. Carter Drake Metzger. That's a big man in the middle. Loss of 1. That's an all-stater right there on defense. Leads the district in tackles for loss. He has 18.5 of them so far this year.
The other one on defense on film I was impressed with was 24, Hayden Hill. That kid will run you down from anywhere. He's not very big, but he's a good linebacker.
This time Rios dropped back. Nothing there. He bounces out. He's got a lot of running room. He could get to the 1st down. He will. And he's hit out of bounds and hit over the bench. Yellow fabric on the ground. 15 more yards on top of it. The Bears will be knocking on the door at about the 35 of Wilton after we're done. Trainer out there.
Connor's favoring that shoulder. Yeah, that was 24 that Hayden Hill I was just talking about. He made a nice play. We ran a long ways to get there, but by the time he got there, it was too late. Cost him 15.
Looks like he's going to stay on the field. Wow. There it is, a penalty of a late hit on personal foul on the Beavers. That ball could go down. They're going to mark it at the 35-yard line, like I said. It's 1st and 10 West Branch. Give Rios credit, taking that shot into the bench, toughing it out.
Yep. Bringing Connor Capper in, I think, that usually means he's going to be an H-back.
Do you like this going physical right at him here, Hirsch? Going on, give it a shot. Do you like the numbers?
Sure. Yep, I like it. We're in a tight bunch here, which so far we've run most of the time. I think we threw one pass out of this.
It is Gates mounting outside. Not much there. Now he gets going at the line. Gets forward. Nice open field tackle by number 14 is Rogers. But that's a 3-yard gain. Actually going to give him 4 yards. Now, the officials having a tough time. Come on, Morty, make up your mind. A Meatballs reference. But they're going to give him 3. It's 2nd and 7 at the 32.
Yeah, 3-4 yards by the second half. We keep doing that. It's 4, 5, 6 yards, maybe more. They get tired of tackling Cooper Gates. I would.
Just under 3 minutes in the first half. Peterson in motion to the right. There's the jet to Peterson. Doesn't have much room. What an open field block by Capper. Peterson gets free. Got to get that ball put away. But he gets a little bit of a gain. Is at about 4 yards. He is loose with the ball there, but luckily he got out of bounds. But give him 4, John.
He was. Good speed there, though, on that jet sweep. And that's something I don't remember us showing that this year.
From him specifically.
To Brandon, I mean, yeah.
They're going to mark that ball at the 28. So give him 4. It is 3rd and 3. Clock stop. 2:40 remains in the half.
Staying in that bunch formation. Bunch has Oliver Trepp in the front, and then I think Ethan Miller and Capper.
It's Gates. Oh, he may have been moving. It is Miller. Looking, nothing there. Rios is trying to get out of trouble. And this time when he bounces out there, the Beavers are all over him. Number 5, Grunder, is the first man to take a hit. And it's going to bring up 4th down for the Bears.
We lost a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 to the 29. Plenty of time on the play clock if the Bears want to take their time here.
Let it run and call timeout.
4th and short 4, long 3 from the 20, just outside the 28.
About 15 seconds on the play clock. We're running some clock down to a little under 2 minutes in the half. We want to eat up a little clock if we can.
7, 6. Under center, try to get him a jump, and they may have. There's a flag.
We jumped too.
I think West Branch may have jumped.
Yeah, our wideout jumped on the far side. Wilton had a couple guys that moved before him, but
West Branch, legal procedure. Called by number 5, Oliver Grunder, who just made the tackle. He does it all out there, but you could see he definitely jumped. At his last drive, he talked about no penalties. This time there's been couple penalties before the drive, and now that's a bigger penalty. What does that do for a play call here, John? Does it change anything up from 4th and 3 to 4th and 8? Do you change much up?
Yeah, it's a tough call. It also makes you think if you got a little quick kick or something here, you can try to pin them. But
looks like the Bears are getting laid up there. They're going to probably have to waste a timeout. 5, no, maybe not. 4, 3, 2, timeout, West Branch. As 1 second, they tried to get the Beavers to jump, and cat and mouse game won by the Beavers there.
That's good. You want to be sure what you're calling here. I mean, this is 4th and long. You're going to want to think as much about what happens if you don't get it as if you do get it here.
1:50 left on the clock, so there's no sense in, setting it up and trying to pooch punt here.
Well, and, you got to think about what you're running here. You want to run something safe. I mean, 4th and 8, you don't have great odds of converting it. So you don't want to drop back, run something crazy, end up with a sack, fumble, anything to make it worse than what it already is.
And Barney
put our defense in a spot right here at least. Then we've got 65 yards that Wilton's got to go to score in a minute 50.
Looks like they might be in punt formation. I see Gates and Peterson on the sideline and Miller. And Rios is going to the sideline. He's quarterback Rios favoring that right shoulder. He's working with Scott Toma right now.
Nolan Staker did a really good job punting last week, but most of them are long punts. This is going to be kind of interesting to see what he does on a pooch kick.
And he's also the backup quarterback. So the Bears are going to set up in a punt formation. Flag on. Is West Branch lined up offside? Lined up in
we hadn't even completed lining up yet.
Yeah, you got to get a And I don't know what it was. Legal.
They're calling Nate because his pants are up too high, I do believe.
Oh.
Your knee pads are supposed to cover your kneecaps.
Yes. Jeepers.
His are quite a ways up. I'm not sure you can pull those down far enough. Kids watch all these guys on Saturday and Sunday. Nobody covers their kneecaps.
They need to move the ball back. They haven't done that yet. So now it's going to be 4th and 13. So that takes away maybe what could have been a possibility of it. You never know. Throw some trickery out there on 4th down. Now it's 4th and 13 from the 38 with 150.
I think this helps us on the punt, actually.
Nice punt, little sidewind spinner. Can the Bears get? I think they are going to get to it.
Good job.
Torrey Staker. I tell you, that's the third or fourth time in the last 2 weeks, John. The Bears special teams have pinned that inside the 5. Give them some credit, Coach Braddock and his crew.
Yeah, that extra 5 yards actually helped us on that. We had
fellas.
And by the way, there was no clock that ran off. I don't know how that, because it was 150 board started, and it's still saying 150 on the clock. They're trying to figure this out.
They need to fix this clock.
Yeah, there's got to be at least 7, 8 seconds there. Now we're going to talk about it. Let's see if they get something there. But you got to love it. 150 left in the first half, and the drive stalled, John. But the special teams did their job, and it puts Wilton in a situation. There sounds like they're going to move it to 140 on the clock, and they have 10 seconds. So a minute 40 and 98 yards to go.
Yeah, and this puts Wilton in an uncomfortable position in a mostly shotgun offense. Anything goes wrong on that snap.
Gets it in there. Keith holds it, keeps it, gets it out to a nice pickup there for him.
Now they've got room. Now they've got breathing room.
Out to the 7-yard line. Bears only have 1 timeout, so I'm guessing that unless something crazy happens here and they stop them on 3rd down, I think West Branch will be content to let this run out.
Well, it looks like Wilton might be too. They're huddling. They're not hurrying. They didn't burn a timeout there.
Unless they're wanting to maybe take a shot here. The Bears split out to try to cover up. No, it's up the middle to Hassel. He's got a lot of room. Lots and lots and lots of room. And he could. Oh, good tackle. Saving tackle there by Rios.
Jeb Gates.
And Keaton Gates. And Rios is slow to get up. At the 49, that's a pickup of 44. Now the Beavers will take a timeout with 1:02. Maybe think about, I don't know. Rios is favoring that shoulder. Maybe think of possibly, I don't know, if they'll talk about possibly getting him off the field or not. We'll see. But that's the thing. We were just talking about it. Like what the Beavers were content. Well, then they get a big play stretch, open it up, and a nice game save. Touchdown saving tackle there by the Bears.
Yeah. Well, and Nate Hills had to come out because his pants were too short, and I don't know that they can fix that. And that's looking around. There's several guys like that. If they start making guys come out of the game, this could be trouble quickly.
I'll almost be able to hear you now because the speakers are being blown out here at the Little Rose Bowl for the cheerleaders doing a dance on the sideline. We'll try to get some updated score here. Another big game going on in the district tonight. Dyersville, Beckman, and Regina for pecking order, for playoff or pecking order kind of stuff. As we get this late in the season, it can be there.
Would that be considered something on the sidelines then for illegal equipment? Because like you said, Hirsch, that could be a big problem. We have a lot of guys on, really both teams that are showing kneecaps.
It's illegal equipment on the player. It'd be the same as if they didn't have their mouthpiece in. That kid has to come out.
So 1st and 10, trips right, looks to pass, short pitch out to the left side. Nice catch, ball thrown behind Dusenberry.
It's not a rule you usually see called, but it has been a point of emphasis the last few years, and the refs will tell you generally before games that you need to make sure that those kneecaps are covered.
21-7.
5-yard gain. Looking back to that same side again, they are really giving a lot of space out there to McQuillan.
To be careful here for the end go.
Yeah, the pop and go here.
Yeah, they're giving cushion because of the time on the clock. That's not a bad play. right there, 5-yard pass. Sure, it's first down, and he was able to get out of bounds. But we job number one, don't let anybody behind you.
39.6. By the way, a score the district second quarter. Regina 7, Dyersville Beckman 21.
I was predicting Beckman in that one.
Keith rolls out to the right, looking for someone there. Oh, almost picked off by Hatfield. Had it in his paws.
Ooh, that might have been 6, too.
Oh.
That might have been 6. That out route gets picked like that. There's nobody between him and the end zone.
And
I had a pretty good view of
blocker.
that one. He had Keaton and Connor both right there to lead him as well.
Block, right.
Yeah. Oh, boy. What a chance that would have been.
Either way, no yards for the Beavers.
Tyler Bailey's thinking the same thing over there in the sideline. What a chance that was. Let's hang another one of those balls up here, Wilton.
Trips right, single, let's sit out left. Oh, there's
Move,
somebody's
move.
moving. A lot of guys are moving for the white jerseys. Looks like they were on the same page, and that's a 5-yard penalty for a false start. Hirsch was right on that, you could tell. I don't think there are about 4 of the Beavers were looking at the quarterback. I don't think they had the right snap count. Looked like they wanted to go on first sound, but that's not what Drew Keith was thinking.
Sorry, that's the old coach in me. You see a penalty like that, you want to help those refs make that call.
So
Just
second
forget I have a
and 15
headset on.
at the 43. Drop back. This time it's a screen to the backside. And, it's red. Great job by Camper, but he slips out of it. There's that Hassel kid. He is squirrely. Slicker than snot. Is that a penalty flag on the ground over there at about the 39? Am I seeing that? Maybe not.
No.
There is?
No.
Okay. Matt Chenander, Johnny on the spot. That was a 6-yard completion. Had him stuffed for about a loss of 3. He spins out and gets forward. 27 seconds now on the clock, on the game clock.
And out of bounds. So, we make that tackle, they've got to call a timeout.
Right. 3rd and 9. Tight trips left. Short
Gates,
side.
Man-to-man coverage over here.
And they're not looking at him. He gets sacked. Hell, he is sacked.
Hang on, Tate.
Tate
Good job.
Frantz taking him down.
I think Wilton's
Bears
gonna just
slow
run
to
this
get up
clock
there.
out.
Cooper Gates is slow to get up and is limping his back down on the ground. He is favoring his left ankle. Ouch. They're going to blow the whistle. His brother trying to help him up.
West Branch was going to let that clock run out, too, instead of calling a timeout on 4th down.
And Cooper was waving him off, but he has to come out now. Dylan Shealy will come in. Now, John, hypothetically, if West Branch were to use their last timeout, could he go back on the field?
Yeah, if they use a timeout here, you can.
Right, so they did call a timeout.
I don't think you want to use your last one, though. You want to see what happens on this punt. Maybe we get a long return and we can get a couple plays and use that timeout.
So it's 4th and we'll call it 16. Well, the clock is running. And now the Beavers call a timeout with 1.5 seconds. That's maybe only thing they could see on that, Coach Sexton. Is it one of those that, hey, if a guy fumbles the punt, you've got a chance or what?
I wouldn't be surprised now to see their offense go back on the field.
Take a shot? Huh.
Yeah, if you're going to punt, you just let that clock run out
Right.
there. They're going to run something, and this is the advantage of having so many seniors, that you trust kids with a minute or a second and a half to run something.
Well, I tell you what, I hate to bring it up, but the last 10, 15 seconds of the first half, the last 2 weeks, hasn't been the Bears' favorite time on the clock. 2 weeks ago, last play of the first half, 4th and 25, and Beckman puts it in last week, an odd double pass, and the Regals put it in with 13 seconds. So this time, I think Tyler Bailey is all over this. Put 11 guys back on the 5-yard line? I'm just teasing. Don't do that.
Well, I mean, he's going to have 4 guys back.
Way
for
back,
sure.
yeah.
They're going to play at deep quarters, but the thing, if Wilton's calling a timeout here to run something, they've got some kind of trick play plan. And if you're a play caller, you got a second and a half. It's a perfect time to call a trick play.
This might be that Travis Kelsey catch it on one side, throw it back to the other side play to get people
Got to
out
watch
of
a hitch and pitch.
Yep. There's Duesenberry going in motion, trips left.
He was going forward in motion, but no flag.
Throw is deep. It's short of the goal line. It's going to be knocked down. Knock it down, and it is.
Knocked down.
Peterson knocks it down to end the first half. 12-7, the Beavers take the lead going into halftime, John and Barney. I tell you what, that was a pretty good half for West Branch if you think about it.
Yeah.
All in all.
A great half of football, and like you mentioned earlier, we get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, exactly. We're definitely happy going into halftime down 12-7. I tell you, Tyler Bailey is one guy that's happy with a score like that. He loves those low-scoring games. Everybody gets tired of watching Kirk Ferentz and the Iowa offense just kind of plod things away and play good defense and have low-scoring games. But that's what you need when you're an underdog.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a break here. Going to do some halftime programming, maybe listen to the West Branch Band. Matt Chenander might get his guitar out and sing. You never know. But we'll go to halftime. Wilton 12, West Branch 7. It's the Bearcast on WestBranch.Football.
EMS Detergent Services has been providing janitorial supplies to businesses across the Midwest for over 50 years. Based in North Liberty, EMS uses products made right here in Iowa and offers exceptional and affordable services for their clients. Learn more at emsdetergentservices.com. Julie and Dan Hayes at EMS Detergent Services, proud supporters of the West Branch Bears.
For over 50 years, the Fullwider Insurance Agency has provided quality insurance coverage for the West Branch area. The Fullwider Agency provides superior customer service and quality insurance solutions for you. As trusted choice independent agents, we're able to find the best insurance products and services available to protect you, your family, and your business. Call 643-2695 to ask for a free insurance review. The Fullwider Agency, a proud supporter of the West Branch Bears.
Let's hear it for our marching bears. The band was led by drum majors Bert Waters and Nora Zier. Come and see the West Branch Marching Bears.
Main Street Sweets is your hometown sandwich and ice cream shop located in the heart of downtown West Branch. Between the Serving Cafe and Touched by Power, Main Street Sweets offers great burgers, tenderloins, cheese balls, and more. And don't forget the ice cream. Main Street Sweets, locally owned and operated by my wife Jessica and me, where we're always proud to support our hometown.
Want to watch tonight's game? All regular season varsity home games are streamed live on the WestBranch.Football YouTube channel. If you'd like to watch a road game or any other game, the YouTube channel will also have video highlights and condensed game replays. Just go to WestBranch.Football for more information.
At Fidelity Bank and Trust, we're proud to be your hometown bank. Why? Because this isn't just home to us, it's home to all of us. Fidelity Bank and Trust, your hometown bank. Member FDIC.
You've already found the West Branch Football website to listen to the Bearcast, but be sure to visit after the game to see video highlights, post-game interviews, and more content throughout the season. Just visit www.westbranch.football and be sure to like and follow our social media and YouTube accounts. WestBranch.Football, your source for all things West Branch football.
Whether you're in a hurry headed to the game, squeezing in lunch between meetings, or if you just want to avoid the crowd, try Main Street Suites' new online ordering. Log on to MainStreetSuitesWB.com and click on online ordering to begin your order. You can customize your sandwiches or ice cream just the way you want, pay online, and then call when you arrive to have it brought to your car. Online ordering from Main Street Suites, proud supporter of the West Branch Bears.
This is Marcy Willier with Urban Acres Real Estate. Are you looking to buy or sell a home in the West Branch area or surrounding communities, or just have questions in general? Give me a call at 319-936-5899. Go Bears!
This week's prep profile, Jarrett Ellison, another one of our brand new seniors this year. So what was the idea? What was your thought process of saying, hey, I want to play football my senior year?
Well, I couldn't last year because I blew out my knee in basketball. I just missed it, really. And new coach, too. Want to see how he does.
Check it out. So you play basketball. Are you a center? Forward? What are you?
Nah, just a point guard.
Not just a point guard. You're the point guard.
Yeah, I could have been.
What do you like about football? What excites you about being on this field?
Just being able to hit someone, playing with my friends and stuff, having a fun time.
Okay. Have you been playing all the way through like Red Buffalo and flag football?
Yep.
So it's weird to think back on that, and now this is it.
Yeah.
You've got 2 more weeks of the regular season and hopefully the playoffs behind it. So when you look back on all of that, you're like, when you're playing flag football, oh, I've got the whole world in front of me. Now it's almost gone. Think about that. Can you compare it, what it was like till now?
It's just, yeah, back then it was like, this is fun. I'm going to be doing this forever. It felt like. And then this year really just went by so fast.
Yeah. If you weren't playing football, what would you do? What would you be doing?
Probably working, to be honest.
Working?
Yeah.
You're a hard worker? What do you like to work? You like working with your hands? What do you do?
Yeah. I don't like the computer.
Are you a woodworking guy? You like working with the power tools?
Yeah.
Like what do you use? What are you licensed to use?
Well, really, just Robertson's class is what I've been doing, like drills, power saws.
4 years of the ACE program?
Yep.
What a great program. Make sure and give that one a little bit of publicity because it helped build this, helped build the ACE. Of course, the ACE team helped build the ACE out at the high school. So what are some things that, say, football, ACE, all these little things combined together, you feel maybe 5-10 years down the road from now you could still use, that are still lessons that they've taught you?
Really just like kind of get ready and set for life if you go into that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Like Robertson, he'll talk to you, help you. If you don't understand stuff, he'll teach you too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now transitioning back to football. What's the best part about Friday nights in West Branch?
I think just the atmosphere, really. When you're at home, all the fans are here and cheering and stuff. It's great.
Who are some of your biggest fans? Go ahead and give them a little shout out.
Probably my dad.
Yeah?
You can hear him a lot. Yeah.
No, he's not very vocal, is he?
Oh. too much.
And then your mom's right there behind you, usually on the sidelines.
Yeah, those two.
Cheerleading sponsor. And little brother's playing football.
Yeah, freshman.
Okay, what position does he play?
Wide receiver and safety.
You guys get along?
Yeah, for the most part.
What do you teach him? What do you tell him about the later years of football?
Just basically enjoy it while it lasts because it goes by quick.
Okay. Speaking of while it lasts, after everything is over, what's your plan? Do you got anything in mind for after high school?
Not really.
After basketball season, of course. Big timer coming up. He's a big time player.
Soccer season too.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else after that? Anything? Have you looked into thought about I'm going to go to school here or I want to do this?
No, just I think trade school probably. Moving out of Iowa.
Well, that tells you right there that this kid wants to work hard because anybody that's willing to do that is willing to make it in life. Sounds like you're willing to do that. Thanks for playing football again this year. Go Bears?
Yeah, go Bears.
Go Bears. You're good.
EMS Detergent Services has been providing janitorial supplies to businesses across the Midwest for over 50 years. Based in North Liberty, EMS uses products made right here in Iowa and offers exceptional and affordable services for their clients. Learn more at emsdetergentservices.com. Julie and Dan Hayes at EMS Detergent Services, proud supporters of the West Branch Bears. The Bearcast for the 2024 football season is presented by Marcy Willier with Urban Acres Real Estate. Also brought to you by Dan and Julie Hayes with EMS Detergent Services, Fidelity Bank and Trust, the Fullwider Insurance Agency, Hodge Construction, Main Street Suites, and the West Branch Times.
Back here at halftime, about 5.5 minutes. We're going to add 3 on, so 8.5 before we tip it off. You know, in years past, I've joined on the Bearcast at halftime just to talk a little bit about first half performance and things, and Matt Chenander has joined me. We hadn't done that this year. I thought tonight, last home game, we might want to do it, not to mention, for all this guy does behind the scenes, want to wish him a happy birthday tonight, Matt. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Here you are spending your time, giving your birthday, the most important one of your life.
Yeah, I'm 21.
21st birthday here on the Bearcast. Matt, I know you've seen some of the stats. You've obviously seen all the play through your lens. What do you think of this first half? How about this spirited Bear performance?
I like how, on the defensive side of the ball, something that's been, we've kind of seen little bits and pieces of it all season. But from these first two, I think we've only had 2 drives so far this game. But those 2 drives, the Bears have played a pretty clean game. Connor Rios has been very patient. I like that he's been able to go back in the pocket, take a look around, take a look at his reads, find something's not there, be a little bit mobile to escape the pressure, but keeping his eyes downfield and finding his receivers. And if he doesn't find anything, take off. And he's throwing really good, accurate passes. And I really like the mix-up of play calls from Coach Tyree so far, too. You'd probably have the stats on the splits there, but it just seems like a good amount of rushing and passing. A little more rushing than what we've seen.
I'm not sure if it was John or Barney before the game. We were talking about some keys. And he said some of the keys are going to be maybe Rios is going to have time with his feet to get outside because Wilton is a physical, vertical rushing team. They pin their ears back, and they're coming forward, and they can leave the outside susceptible to getting out the green. And Connor has really seen that when he doesn't get his first or second read. He's taken what he could get and done a really good job there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And Coach Hirschman mentioned this earlier, I think, in the first quarter, but historically they've been a pretty aggressive defense, and it's usually paid off for them. But there's certain instances to where we can take advantage of that, and I think Coach Tiley and this West Branch offense has done that so far. One of the other things I wanted to mention too, and yesterday when we were at practice, Jason, Coach Nestor, right at the end of practice, said, "Guys, let's have fun this week. Stop thinking. Just go out there and have fun."
Hold it together.
And I think the players really took that to heart, and I've been seeing that tonight.
Just a good bunch of boys.
And so far, it's been successful. 12-7. We have a lot to work to do. We're going to get the ball here to start the second half. But I like the confidence in how these guys are playing.
You see, guys, he's not just a technical director. He sees the field pretty well too.
And
Can you see some of the
only
reflections
look
from
at
what
it through
Phil
this little
Peterson's
screen
doing?
here.
This little
You know some of that in these
5x4 lens, but he does
Yeah,
a great
for sure.
job
I
in
mean-
bringing
I
you
mean, Coach-
the pictures
Coach
you're seeing
had
tonight.
a big
And
influence
setting things
on
up so you
every
can hear my
coach,
voice and
whatever sport
specifically
it was,
Coach
or
Hirschman and
taught,
Coach Sexton tonight.
in his-
Well, Matt,
in
again,
his-
happy
in his
birthday
day.
to
So,
you.
I mean,
Thanks for
and it's
all you do
amazing,
behind
I
the
could thank,
scenes.
Cole
Your
Cross.
last home game here at West Branch for this season. We'll see how it goes on the Bearcats in the future. But Matt, happy birthday, and
Thank you.
how about this second half? Go Bears. We'll bring Coach Hirschman right on here. We'll give him the headphone here. We'll try to dial some stuff up here real quick. I do have some of those numbers. West Branch in the first half, the offense, Wilton 196, West Branch 110. Connor Rios, 8 for 9 tonight, John. 66 yard, taking what the defense gives him. 8 for 9, 66 with that nice touchdown pass to Brandon in the corner. He's also got West Branch's leading rusher with 20.
Yeah, the thing I noticed in the stats, I don't have them right in front of me now, but 8 of 9 passing. We've run the ball fairly well. I think 3.38 yards per carry. But what we haven't done offensively is had the negative plays. We've had a couple penalties, but there's no turnovers. I think the key to this second half is going to be turnovers. Now, neither team's had any, but we almost had a pick six down there in that last drive. Austin Hatfield hangs on to that. He's still running. We get a chance like that. That's what's going to swing this game is a big play like that on a turnover.
And then you look at Wilton, that senior-dominated team. John said, I said it, that Drew Keith might not beat you, fancy you with his arm down the field, but he makes good reads. He's a smart quarterback. He's done it for 3 years. Right now, he's 11 for 15 for 112 yards, John. Longest completion is 30. So you take that way, 10 completions for 82 yards. Really just taking what West Branch has given him underneath the coverage.
Yeah, he's an efficient quarterback. He's, like I said, he's a really good spread-type quarterback. He can run the ball. He runs his zone read really well, and he's accurate on short throws, which is what they do. Now, what we need to be careful of on defense is not sucking up on those short throws and then getting beat deep. We want to keep making them work their way down the field, have 10, 12-play drives if it takes it, and, just let them show that they can do that. Because like I've said a couple times, eventually they're going to have a holding call. They're going to fumble a ball. Something bad's going to happen if they have to take 12 plays or more on their drives.
And looking at their rushing statistics, Owen Hassel, number 6, 10 carries, 72. Now, as long as it's that 43, 44-yarder, you take that away, he's 9 carries for 28 yards. The Bears have really done their job on interior defense to slow down this potent Wilton rushing offense that averages a little over 240 yards a game.
Yeah, it's been a pretty clean played game. There's been a few penalties, and this refereeing crew, we've had them a lot over the years. They like throwing their flags. They want to get their money's worth out of being here. But, it's been a pretty cleanly played game, and hopefully the second half it's pretty clean, except for hopefully West Branch gets a turnover or two.
John's head coaching debut came from that. Came from this officiating crew at West Liberty a few years ago. Coach Peterson was actually talking to me and had got a penalty, his second one, and he got the toss. So somebody had to take over for the rest of that game and the game after. So, Coach, you're 1-0.
That was one of the quietest game and a halves I've ever coached with Butch not there. And I know it probably was not quiet, especially that next game against Wapello. Butch had to watch it from his office or listen to it. I don't think he was even watching it. I'm sure he was going crazy because I think, what was that at halftime, Jason? Like 5-0 at half or something against Wapello? Tyler Bailey loves that kind of score, though. He'd take a 5-0 half anytime.
Barney, where are you at? Any chance you could go get a couple words with Coach Ty Lee if he's available? I don't know if he is available or not. I can't tell. But maybe he'll give you a shout-out. There he is. He's actually right in the middle of the field here walking towards you. He might give you a look or two. But either that, from that vantage point down there, kind of give us when you're done. Tell us about the mood. What are you hearing? What are you seeing from these kids on the sideline? Well, he's walking over there now.
Yeah, I got him. What I'm seeing over here is the Bears are ready to go, man. This is a team. How many times as a coach have we said at halftime, you let a team that maybe isn't as talented, just stick around. You're gonna have a tough second half. And you know what? It's kind of the opposite now. The Bears are the ones that are maybe playing a little bit from behind, and I think it's going to be a heck of a second half. I'll see if Coach Stein has anything he wants to say.
Yeah. Barney, go ahead if you can get him.
Okay, have Coach Stiley down here on the sidelines. Coach, what do you think your first half? What are we going to do the second half to start up?
Hopefully score a touchdown. That's what I'm hoping for. We got some guys banged up, so you're going to see different people out there again this week. And hopefully we just got guys that can step in and make plays for us.
Yeah, you got to be happy with the way the offense moved the ball there. What did you see? What do you think we're going to make any major adjustments second half? We're going to kind of stick.
No, I don't think so. I thought Connor made pretty good decisions, and we made plays like in crucial third down situations. I think that's the difference from this week to previous weeks is converting third downs. But you can't have a silly offsides penalty when we know what's going on and they don't. But we're in it and need to make something happen.
That's right, Coach. Go get him, buddy.
Thanks, Barney. Thanks, Coach Ty Lee. As you heard in there, John, not really going to make any major changes because the offense, honestly, and all in all, has moved the football fairly well.
Yeah, there's no reason to make any major changes. We just need to keep doing what we're doing. As Jared kind of alluded to, there might be some different players out there. One thing I noticed was Nolan Staker throwing a ball warming up here a little bit. I see Connor Rios. He's got his pads on, so hopefully he's able to play. But I did see Nolan throwing the ball a little bit. Hopefully he's just warming up just to be ready in case they need him. But we'll see what happens.
Scores around the district. One of the big ones we talked about Beckman earlier was 28-7. Well, that score has changed. It's now 21-7. It's changed to 28-7 in the third quarter. The home team, Beckman Trailblazers, are putting it on. That physical brand of football on Regina.
Good for Beckman. Their head coach, Cole Mather's a really good guy, and he's doing a good job with that program.
Barney looks like he's walking down there. He's got something on his mind. I don't know. So, Bears going to take off here on the first half. There is the kick. It's low, but it is deep. Gates lets it bounce. It does go in the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. 1st and 10 for the Bears at the 20. Looks like
I think our cheerleading crew must raid Walgreens for everything they've got for baby powder, and then they throw it out at halftime. But it is drifting around everywhere. It is fragrant.
Sure smells fantastic down here, Hirsch.
Boy, yeah. Well, Barney and I are getting old. We're going to be maybe wearing diapers before too long, so we might as well get used to that baby powder smell.
Well, changes for West Branch. We talked about some possible changes. Coach Ty Lee alluded to it. Number 33, junior Nolan Staker, now in at quarterback. 6'3", about 185. He's an athlete. Got a strong arm. Capper in motion to the right. First play, Staker drops back to his pack. He slips, and then he is sacked. He had a man, but he slipped when he planned to throw, and the Beavers were on the spot. Milder, 54 on that sack. Loss of 9. 2nd and 19. Pinning the Bears back deep.
Yeah, that's a tough spot just coming into the game. First play looked like it was going to be a passing play.
Footing there. The field, I mean, it might be, it's the temperature's getting cooler. Might get a little top wet on the field. Drop back to pass again, looks flat. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness that was dropped. It was looking for the flat man Gates, but it was read well by, that is Coach Hirschman's guy. Number 24, Hayden Hill, was on the spot.
Yeah, I think he leads them in tackles. He's a good player. They've got him and 54. They play that 4-2-5 defense, so they've got 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and 5 defensive backs. And 24 and 54 are those 2 linebackers, and they make a lot of plays.
Trips left, single set left. Staker gets it, rolls left, looking for a man. Got a man. Oh, just underthrown there to Miller. Miller has slipped coming out of his break as well. Well, that's going to bring up 4th down. Not the drive West Branch wanted to start the half. Now they're punting from deep into their own territory. Staker's going to get it in his own end zone.
There's no doubt this field has moisture on it now, boys. It's quite a bit slicker now than what it was when the game first started.
When you cut these greens down, these fairways down low, it happens. 11-11.
Yeah,
remains.
Nolan had him there. It's a little bit of a tough play just coming in the game, rolling to your left, but we had a stop route with Ethan Miller on the sideline at the sticks.
Looks like they're going for it. Low snap, almost got the block, but it's high, turning over, caught, slip there. The receiver gets it at the 49, slips, and he gets forward before he's hit by about 4 West Branch guys, West Branch defenders, after a 7-yard return. It is definitely wet. Now, every time someone's tried to plant, they've slipped.
Yeah, you're seeing guys slip. It's if you watch, the DB coaches do any of their drills, they talk about guys, T-planting when they drop back. And you see guys now, if they're taking too big of steps and just their toe cleats are in the ground, they're slipping. So they need to be a little more sure of their footing.
Maybe they need some of that baby powder on the floor, on the grass bar, and he might dry it up. Trips right. Single receiver is McQuillan to the left. Hassel gets the handoff up the middle, off the left side. He bounces off. First tackle by Gates, and then he's getting helped. Capper, boom, on the dynamite and Neighbor. It's going to be a loss of 1, 2. Great play by the Bears on first down. Loss of 3 now. They're moving it back. They're having trouble with their spots. We'll just say it's a loss.
They have not been able to run the ball up the middle tonight.
None. That Bear interior has been up to task. Big Mike, Cooper, Franz, and Neighbor up front. Cash Hatfield and Capper filling it up at the linebacker positions. Trips right, look left on that slant. It's been there all night. This time he gets it and slips out of the tackle, but Brandon holds on. And now he's down. He looked like he was slow to get up. Nice completion, just taking what he can get. Giving it to that man McQuillan again. He's got 3 receivers coming into this game with 20 receptions or more. Spreads it out. First it was Dusenberry. Now it's McQuillan. And now it's 3rd and 3 at the Bear 35. They're going to tight end. Little power up here. Hand up the middle. No, Keith keeps it. He's got room to the left. Nice blocking on the outside by McQuillan. Keith gets what he can get and runs out of bounds. Smart play by him. Got his 8 yards and a 1st and 10.
Yeah, they had the edge there. That was Brandon Pearson didn't make the tackle, and they still got 5 yards and a first down. But he did a good job fighting his blocker off and staying to the outside to make sure he could not get outside him, make that a bigger play than what that was.
So the Beavers are driving here. At the Bears 28. This is one of those drives. Something needs to happen for West Branch. Something big here needs to happen for the Bears. Change it up. Keith drops back to pass on the first. Looks right. He's got a man. It's underthrown. Looking around. Once again, Dusenberry tries to make.
Good play, Keaton.
Nice job.
Good play. That was underthrown, but that receiver's much taller than Keaton. Keaton did a good job timing that. And again, that's that wrestler mentality. That kid's just not going to give up.
The bulldog out there. Underthrown. Dusenberry again tried to make that athletic play in position, but when Keaton saw it at his hands, he knocked it down.
Keaton's a sophomore, and he's played corner for us for 2 years. He started as a freshman, and I do not remember that kid getting burnt very many times. I mean, he is on guys constantly. If anybody makes a great play, jumps over him, it happens.
Hassel gets it, cuts left, spins back to the middle before he gets hit by, looks like Capper and maybe Hatfield on the tackle. Give him 5 yards, but now it's 3rd and manageable. 3rd and mid-range at 5 yards to go from the 23. Right about 9 minutes in the 3rd period. One of those big downs for the Bears. You hope you can keep them at 0, keep them minimal to put them in a decision on 4th down. I don't think at this position they're going to not go for it, that being the Beavers. Pass out to the right. It's a quick screen pass. Nice bubble. Had an inside tight end coming out to make a block. Nice receiver block by McQuillan. Dusenberry on the reception. 7 yards. 1st and 10. Great play.
Keaton Gates did a good job, though, making him turn in. I mean, it's a first down, but it's a short yardage play. Turned him in. His help came, made the tackle.
1st and 10 at the 16 after a 7-yard reception.
Like seeing this on the sideline. Nolan Staker's doing a lot of pace and throwing a ball. The kid's nervous, obviously, and Coach Ty Lee calls him over, and he's calming him down, just talking him through some plays.
Jailbreak. Oh, off the receiver's hands. Almost intercepted there by Capper. Big Mike was on the quarterback to disrupt that pass.
That's what we need. We got him off schedule now. First down, incompletion. Now we got 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Beavers at the West Branch 16. This is one of those key drives. Early in the second half. Who's going to win it? Who's going to make the play? Tight to the right. Straight up man left. Handoff to Hassel up the middle. He's got some spot. He just sneaks through like a dog on a bone. He finds space. Gets it down to the 9s, and it's an 8-yard pickup. You don't see it there, and all of a sudden he just slides through Hirsch and gets what he can.
Yeah, yep. He's good. They've got a lot of weapons. I mean, they spread us out with those receivers, and then they can run the ball with him.
Give him 7 yards. 3rd and 3. Recently, this has been one of those sprint out options. Watch Keith. There he keeps it himself. Out he bounces off. The first guy, the second guy, Big Mike takes him down. I think they're only going to give him 2 yards. I think it's a yard short, Barney. You're right on it.
Yeah, he's about maybe a yard, half a yard short.
Okay. Bear defense. Stay set here. Don't jump, West Branch. Stay set.
Actually, it's more like a yard and a half here.
Okay. Stay set. Watch the speed option out there. Don't jump. 15 seconds left on the play clock. They're doing a check with me to the sideline. The sideline, West Branch sideline saying shift to the right, shift to the right. Nobody's moved yet. Watch the jet sweep. No. Handoff. Keith keeps it. I think he's going to get a first down, and he does. Tough run there by that senior quarterback. Down to about the 3.
They get 3rd and short, 4th and short. They seem to let him keep it.
He's he's 5'11", 190 pounds. He's a bowling ball almost out there, but he's got quick feet. Good basketball player as well. So 1st and goal for the Beavers at the 3. They're going to stay in that. I don't know what do you call this formation, Hirsch? Whatever it is handed to Hassel. He dives forward. He's not going to get it. Gets about maybe a yard, just inside the 2. Bring it up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, we'd have called that pistol 9. I think Jared still does, but basically it's a 2-by-2 formation just with a tight end on one side. And I feel like, obviously they're inside the 5, inside the 1 now. They're going to go a little heavier with tight ends and things like that. And they have run the ball better with those formations if there's an H-back or tight end in there.
And they are
H-back now.
Tough to stop. This time's hand up to Hassel up the middle, and he is in. 6 is in for 6 for Wilton. Touchdown, Owen Hassel.
Yeah, it was a power play. H-back kicked out, and they pulled 54 through the hole.
A 6:02 remains. It's 18-7 Wilton. It's a big drive for the Beavers. Now West Branch, don't hang your hats. Stick with it. Plenty of time. Wilton attempting the 2-point conversion for the 3rd time. Been unsuccessful the first 2.
Tight end and H-back on the same side. They usually run wherever that H-back goes.
And they did. Hassel slits out to the right. This time, he's going to get to the end zone before he's touched. 2-point conversion is good. He's slow to get up. Hassel's slow to get up, helped out by his teammates, and there's going to be an official timeout to check that kid out. Let's hope he's okay. Now he's up.
He's up. What I saw on film late in games when Hassel comes out, 24, the linebacker, Hayden Hill, the kid I was talking about that runs really well, he's the backup running back, so there's not much of a drop-off between
He came in a little bit in the first half as well.
Yeah.
They never handed him the ball, but he was in there.
Now, offensively here, we need to, I always talk about this. The biggest play every drive is the first down. That's obvious. But as a play caller, you get that first down, you get into a rhythm. And I think when you got a new quarterback like this, what I like to do with a lot of them is get them into a running play. Let them get hit. We've had a lot of athletic quarterbacks in the past, and I always felt like if they got a good hit on them, it sort of wakes them up. They're into the game.
Yeah.
You're a quarterback, sure, you got to be, pretty mentally savvy, you got to throw the ball, the finesse stuff, but you're a football player. Let them take a hit, and they'll go play ball.
And he's 6'3".
Some of our quarterbacks would ask for that. When Gavin, my son, was playing, he wanted to run the ball first. He always felt like he played better if he ran the ball first and took a hit.
Get that rush. I would call this to be the big drive of the game for West Branch. See what the special teams can do here. This kicker has been up and down, one time at the 20, a couple times down to the 5. But it's always going to be a line driver. This time it is a deeper line drive kick. Keaton Gates back from the 1. He's got a little bit of room. Slips again. The slip and gets hit from behind. He had a lot of green grass over on your side, Barney. But man, that footing, as you said, it's rough.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys saw from up there, but looks like if he could have gotten to the sidelines, it might have been something.
Looks like it was there.
That slip just slowed him down.
Now
it's tough to do this when you're not suddenly it's slick. But what you have to think about is like you have a hula hoop under your feet, and don't step outside that. If you extend your foot on footing like this, you're going to slip.
Well, the Bears are still going to start 1st and 10, and they're 83 yards from the end zone. Power formation here. Gates gets it up the middle. It's got some space. Gets through the first 2 or 3 guys. Nice blocking down the field there. Lead blocker is Dylan Sheely. Nice block. Going to give him 7 yards. Out to the 24. 2nd and 3. Good first down play. That's what John wanted. He wanted to see a little bit of rushing, a little bit of power football here. Get going forward. Get that first down. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, I'd
2nd
like to
and
see
3.
some kind of a quarterback keeper here.
This time Gates gets it again. He's got a lot of space. Bounce outside. Can he get free? Dusenberry's there. Open field tackle. Not before that young man gets 22 yards and a Bear 1st and 10.
Or better yet, just give it to Cooper Gates.
Just try. Keep trying. 2 carries and 26 yards on this drive.
69 Lincoln Neighbors holding his own. First time playing tackle. Again, hats off to that kid for being willing to move.
Got Neighbor and Brooke, Franz, Sheely, Big Mike across the front. Keeping with that power formation. This time, Gates, there's no blocking. Nice blitz up the chute there by Owen Milder. Great play by that senior linebacker.
Yeah, back to Lincoln Neighbor. The reason he's in is Cole Crossweight is hurt, and it's unfortunate to see such a good kid like any kid hurt, but Cole's been such a good valuable part of this program for so long, going all the way back to when he was a ball boy. And it's just hard to see him end his senior year with an injury. But he's a good kid. He'll come back and maybe even play some college ball someday.
Loss of 3, 2nd 13 at 37. Twins each side. Staker drops the pass, completes. Looks like to Hills. His pants are a little lower. His hands are higher, and he catches a football. Nice pickup there of 7 yards. Gets the Bears in 3rd and mid-range, 3rd and manageable, 6 yards to go from the 44.
That's a good call by Coach Tiley. It was just all hitches, nice, simple 5-yard hitches. Nolan just has to pick the open guy, and he did. It's a good, easy throw, get some rhythm going, get him comfortable.
Staker taking the snap, drop back to pass, looking, quick cut this time. Ooh, look to Hills. Looks like there might have been some early contact, but there's no call, incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, ball's just got to come out a little bit quicker, but there again, he's only been in for his 2nd series, a little bit of hesitation on the throw.
The Beavers are going to put 2 guys back to receive the punt, Dusenberry and McQuillan, because Staker, honestly, the last couple weeks has been a weapon. They are 45 yards back. Beavers going to put on a 4 or 5-man rush. They are. He's got to get this off quick. He does. It's off the side of his foot. That is a very short punt. Might be only about a 25-yard punt. They're going to say it's out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Just a 19-yard punt. What a drive start. It was a promising start to the drive. Then the Bears were stuffed on a first down play. Then the drive stalled. And the Beavers, with 3:37 left in the 3rd period, have 1st and 10 at their own 37. Capper came off from offense. He's back out there on defense. Good to see that.
They're working on Cap on the sidelines here for a little bit on his knee, so hopefully everything's okay.
Hassel, man, he jumps over a would-be tackler, goes through one other one, and after that, it's a 6-yard gain. Tough run by that kid. Beavers left side of the line, Carter Drake Metzger leading them up the hole there.
Hassel just took himself off to the sidelines, if I'm not mistaken.
Can't tell from here. I can now because Hayden Hill, number 24, has entered the game at running back. Nobody's over number. There he is. Now the Bears are Going straight up man here. 2-by-2. Nope, fake. Rolls out. He's got a man open. It's Serrata. Gets by Ellison. He may have been out of bounds, but no, he trips him up. Serrata with the touchdown reception. 57 yards. It's another from a senior to a senior.
Yeah, it's a rollout into a flood pattern, and Serrata, I think, was the number 2 receiver and ran a flag. Ellison was there. Cost him a little bit. He looked back at the quarterback and cost him a step, and that's all it took.
The Bears were down 12-7 at half, had the first drive of the first half, stalled quickly, and good teams, experienced teams like the Beavers take advantage of things of that nature. Flag on the play in the back, looks like 0 on the play clock. Delay of game on the Beavers. Now they'll have a 2-point conversion attempt from the 8-yard line. John's watching that touchdown play back, trying to get a little look here. Looking at this receiver when he's making his break. The defender's right on him. Need a little space there so he can keep with the play. And the senior just outran him.
Yeah, I mean, you have to know what that window of how much cushion to allow the receiver before you start backpedaling.
Back throw to the corner, got a man.
We have a holding.
But there's a flag in the backfield. The completion, the 2-point conversion is complete, but there's a flag. White hat Bill Jacobson says that's not going to be good because there's a hold on the Beavers.
They got that pass off because they held Big Mike.
77 putting a nice rush on. Now the coach throws the kicking tee out there about 97 yards. Heck of an arm by that guy. They're going to really attempt a 37-yard extra point now, it looks like. Hey, Barn?
Seems strange you don't kick it from the 3, but you go ahead and kick it from the 19.
Now it's a 35-yard attempt, and this kid hasn't been getting much.
You almost want to stay in your base defense.
Yeah.
And let this kid see if he can make this kick.
He's been low kicking it.
Fake.
That is there. It just sneaks over the crossbar. It is good. 2:43 left in the third. It's Wilton 27. It's West Branch 7. A lot of celebrating going on the white sideline, the Wilton sideline. Helmets are off, celebrating, chest bumping. They're excited. As we've alluded to before, West Branch has kind of had the Wilton Beavers number through the years. So when they play West Branch, it's circled on the schedule. So obviously they're excited about what they're seeing now, but there's still a lot of time left. The Bears put a drive here, and you never know what could happen. West Branch will travel on the road next week to Durant for the final week of the regular season. And might be a win and you're in game. We'll find out. This week Durant's playing Cascade, and I've got no score on that one. The kick is low, sidewinder off his side of his foot. Ellison gets it at the 20, going forward. Out to about the 30. Nice return. Bears are going to have it at about the 35-yard line. They're going to say 34. Good field position for West Branch.
It's a good grab by Ellison.
Going to try to update you on that Regina score. And Beckman, it's still 28-7 in the third.
Beckman's offense would be one to run a lot of clock, too. That's going to be hard for Regina to come back on, I would think.
Yeah. Physical brand of football. As evidence against West Branch a couple weeks ago, they had the ball for 80% of the game on offense. Bears first play, Hills in motion to the right. Looking right. Nice block there by Capper to free up. Peterson gets it going forward. Fumbles. Oh, luckily the Bears recover. teammate Capper's Johnny on the spot. Is that a yellow flag or just a ball spot flag? Just a ball spot thing. So after that 6-yard completion, ball fumbled, picked up right there by Bears. 2nd and 4 at the 40.
Brandon's got to tuck that ball away. He had one more block. If he could have just come inside a little bit and got inside Sully Brook, he had one more block there he could have taken advantage of.
Capper in motion left, trips now left. Looking out in the flats. No, he's looking across the middle. Pat, nice throw to Hills. Complete to Hills. In a small window, he makes a great throw, John.
Yeah, that's spacing play we've had in for several years. We end up with 3 receivers on the same side, and there's a hitch there at about 8 yards.
12-yard completion to the 48. First and 10 West Branch. This is kind of where it stalled on the last drive. Hopefully it doesn't do so this time. Twins either way. Gates a single set. Nothing there. He's got to get rid of it. He doesn't. And he is sandwiched. Number 14, Rogers, is the first one there. CDM also in on the play. A loss of 8.
Yeah, we had run that all hitches earlier, and we tried to run a hitch and go with Brandon, but we just didn't have time to get that off.
And McQuillan out here on defense, and he was blanketing the receiver. And the Bears 2nd and 18. Single set out here is Peterson to the left, trips to the right. Gates coming out of the backfield to the left, wide open, gets the catch. Nice play by Milder. Milder, the linebacker, had to run a long way, but he read that the whole way. Even though it's a completion of 8, nice defensive play. But gets the Bears back to the original line of scrimmage for 3rd and 10 at the 48. Because, I mean, if that linebacker's not there, John, Cooper might still be running. The Bears set up tight end left. Gates in motion, Caps in motion. Sitting up in the pocket, throws it. Air under it. Caught. Is that Hills again? Looks like those two young men have a nice combination. Little connection. Staker to Hills to the 39 at Wilton. Give him 13 to the first down.
Yeah, it's a good ball. Brandon was the number 1 receiver on the outside. He cleared it out with a go route, and then Hills ran about a 10-yard out. Nolan had to throw that ball over the linebacker. That was a ball that had to be squeezed into a pretty tight spot.
And that is bringing us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll come back to finish this quarter. Last quarter up, your score is Wilton 27, West Branch 7. The Bearcast on WestBranch.Football.
Whether you're in a hurry headed to the game, squeezing in lunch between meetings, or if you just want to avoid the crowd, try Main Street Suites' new online ordering. Log on to MainStreetSuitesWB.com and click on online ordering to begin your order. You can customize your sandwiches or ice cream just the way you want, pay online, and then call when you arrive to have it brought to your car. Online ordering from Main Street Suites, proud supporter of the West Branch Bears.
This is Marcy Willier with Urban Acres Real Estate. Are you looking to buy or sell a home in the West Branch area or surrounding communities, or just have questions in general? Give me a call at 319-936-5899. Go Bears!
All right, as we begin the 4th quarter, Wilton 27-7. We're going to take you down to the sidelines real quick. I think Coach Sex has seen something down there that might be, who knows? Coach?
Yeah, I don't know. We just a second ago, Brendan Dale showed up on the sidelines here, dressed and ready to go. I don't know if he'll appear in the game or not, but he is now dressed and has warmed up on the sidelines.
I think he's the emergency quarterback right now. Staker has done a really good job. Bears are going empty here. 3 right, 2 left. Peterson's in motion. And he's got him on the flat, wide open. Looking deep, a little wheel route to Gates. It's caught, and his left foot is in. And the guy saw it. That is right in front of you, Barn.
Man, that is a fantastic catch, and he got pass interfered with that whole route. That is a great catch and a perfectly thrown ball by Nolan as well.
Yeah, and Brandon went in motion, and nobody went with him in the flat to the left.
Serrata was blanketing the coverage there, but what a play.
Coach Tylee's got to come back to that play.
Empty, trips right.
We're in the same formation. It could
Peterson
be.
in motion again. This time the safety's coming up with him. No, he's wide open.
It is, and he's wide open.
Oh, underthrown.
Underthrew it.
But he was wide open. Same play. The safety was late to get over. If it's on him, he might break the tackle and get in. But as it stands, it's an incompletion, 2nd and 10.
Did anybody happen to notice what was going on the outside? Because that number 7 came up hard there. You know, if Brandon turns that up, he's wide open deep as well.
Yeah, I just mentioned that if he catches that, he might spin out. Now trips left, single receiver is Miller to the right, Gates in motion to make quads. Looking that way, got a man open. Sits, and just off the hands of Hills. It was going to be a first down, thrown a little behind him, but man, he was wide open. Those two have had kind of a connection on this drive.
We've kind of got them confused in that empty set. They had 2 defenders jump one of our receivers, and then they left Hills uncovered there. It's too bad we couldn't bring that one in.
So 3rd and 10 from the 19, and it's obviously all or nothing for West Branch on this drive. There's no field goals or anything. It's 4 downs. Tight bunch to the left over there on the left side. Staker rolls out. He's got a lot of room. Throws it on the break. He's got his man. What a great throw to Hills. Makes the catch this time. 1st and 10. Ethan Miller. Big E, the senior.
That's a good route by Ethan. That's the old 8 route that we've run all the way back to Lurch days. Ethan ran himself, looked like he was running a go route, spun right into the defender and broke back off of him. Good route.
Excuse me on that. I got to give Ethan the credit. 1st and goal, Bears at the 7.
Really, if you run that route correctly, it's almost uncoverable.
Dale is down here warming up a little bit, but no way you go to him now. Staker's got the hot hand. Trips right. Gates in motion left to the right. Looking inside that bubble screen. Oh, Trepanier catches it, gets free. It's close. I think it's at the 1.
Yeah, he's inside the 1.
Just inside. Will the Bears hurry up here? They got a 6'3" quarterback. He breathes. He might fall in the end zone a sneak here.
This is tricky for a play caller, though. I don't know how many snaps Nolan gets during a week and how many he gets under center. Because you would like to maybe hurry up and run a sneak like we did with Connor earlier, but if we haven't done that a lot with Nolan, you risk a fumble here.
Yeah, and we're
staying in
there,
shotgun.
and they're not hurrying at all. Well, now he is going under center. John?
Yes, we are.
And he's going forward. I think he's in.
Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown! Nolan Staker. I tell you what, that junior came in cold, warming up at halftime, but what a drive leading this team down the field.
Yeah, it's a good drive. Good answer.
And on senior night, some senior receivers making some big plays. Big catches by Hills and Ethan Miller.
Yeah, and think of the guys that are having to step in. Nolan steps in at quarterback. We've got Lincoln that stepped in on the line. We've had multiple receivers playing. Nate Hills hasn't played a whole lot at receiver this year. He's playing a lot more tonight. There's a lot of guys stepping up.
Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. And also Nolan Staker now taking over at the holder. 27-14, 10:51 to go. Talk about big drives. It was. Now it's a bigger drive for this defense, John.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't have that much time, and especially, Wilton's going to be running the ball. They're a spread offense, but they're not a no-huddle offense, so they take a lot of time. They huddle every play. They're going to drain the clock. They're well coached on the other side. Ryan Hetzler's a good coach. In fact, he's got some West Branch ties. He was Lance Peterson's assistant when Lance coached at Wilton, and then since Ryan's been the head coach at Wilton, he was Butch's assistant at the Shrine Bowl.
2019, yeah.
And I've talked to him many times. He's a good guy, and he's got a lot of respect for the West Branch program, and they had a lot of respect for Butch Peterson, the Peterson family.
And Drew Keith, another thing to keep an eye on here is they may not just go to hassle. Keith, when he gets an open field, he's a tough runner. He's shown it tonight getting between the tackles, just takes what he can get. Bears are late getting in the last man. Hayden Haynes getting in there on the kickoff coverage. So far tonight, Jitters has been putting it inside the 5 every time. There's no wind to speak of, so there's no real help for a kick. But he's got a bolt for a foot. Let's see if he get one deep into the end zone. Although, John, I think all the kicks for West Branch, they've just tried to position it to a corner to try to passion down that special teams coverage. This time, it is the same game. It's a short kick to the left side, pins the receiver right up against the sideline. He has nowhere. Now he's got a lot of room. Goes out of bounds, but nice job. They're going to say he's out of bounds at the 32 after only about an 8-yard return. Good coverage by the Bears special teams.
Yeah, a little nervous moment there for Coach Braddock. Our contained guy decided to jump inside a block, and we almost got beat there, but luckily his buddies helped him.
Talk about a perfectly placed kickoff. That thing was barely on the paint on the sidelines. That was like a foot and a half inside the out-of-bounds line.
Yeah. I can remember from last year with Reese, it's fun. Coach Braddock can tell him where to kick it, and he'll kick it. It's about like he's hitting a pitch in golf.
24, Hayden Hill's the running back. Hassel not on the field right now. It's a gain of 1 on first down, 2nd and 9. He doesn't quite have that first step, low diminutive runner that Hassel is. Hayden Hill, a junior, 5'9", 170 pounds. You're probably going to see Keith running the ball here a little bit too. There's Keith, throws it out. The quick hit behind the line of scrimmage. Good block by his receivers. Now Dusenberry's got a lot of room. Gets tackled in the open field by Ellison, but not before he gets 19 yards to the West Branch 48 and a 1st and 10 Wilton.
We've done a good job tonight setting an edge on those bubbles and not letting them get to the outside, but that time we didn't.
Great job, though, by his 2 receivers in front of him. Good blocking there. Gave him a lane to run, and he took it. I was wrong. Keith certainly didn't run that. They've been taking what they could get, and they got 19. 1st and 10 at the Bear 48. Hill, this time Keith keeps it, and he's got a lot of room. Capper on the open field tackle, but give Keith 13 and a 1st and 10. Nice fake there. The Bears had no idea who had the ball for a second.
No, our safety's got to come up a little bit quicker on that. Our safety's got force on that.
Bears starting to show. Guys are bending over a little bit. This is where you got to toughen up, give everything you got from within. Dusenberry way out to the right. They're just opening the field up for run. I can't see him going deep here. No, it's handed off to Hill, and he gets out, bounces to the right. Nice run there. Bear pursuit tackles him after a 6-yard carry. He had a ton of room to the right, and he took it. Give him 5.
Guys, a great senior leadership moment down here just a few minutes ago. Connor Capper, our Connor Rios, more than anything, wants to be on that field. He had Nolan down here going through some stuff with him. Just kind of shows you what kind of a kid that kid is.
Gotta love it. Teaching the next generation, the next guy in, next man in. 2nd and 5, just under 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Drops back to pass, looking for a man. One-on-one coverage. He's got it, lays out. What a throw and pitch and catch. Wow, what a layout there by Dusenberry. That kid has shown some athleticism. He is a player.
Yeah, it was a great catch. That was pretty good coverage by Keaton, but not much you can do when he lays out and brings that in.
Reminds me a lot of the Dyke New Hartford game. Costello to a receiver down the sideline. Keaton's in play, and he throws it, lays out like that for a touchdown. Nobody else catches it but that kid. 1st and goal to 3. 8 minutes to go. Handoff straight up the middle. Bounces outside as Hill puts the ball out over the goal line. 6 points for the Beavers. .08 left in the 4th quarter. Wilton 33, West Branch 14. They are going to attempt the point after touchdown this time. I think it's a little easier from the 10 than it is the 25, but they made it look easy last time. He made it by a good 6-7 inches. Snap is down, the hold is down, the kick is up, and it's blocked by the Bears. 33-14, the Beavers score. There is no give up in West Branch.
No, the kicker was kind of Charlie Brown a little bit there too. That ball fell off the tee as he was kicking it.
Peppermint Patty. Linus, they're pulling a fast one again. Get ready here for some really, really loud music. Matt Chenander's birthday announced on the...
This is Matt's favorite song, if anybody can hear it.
Yeah. Two times, not a few times, he's been down that track. I have no idea what the rest of it means.
I don't have the best angle here, guys, to hear what you're saying up there, but it sure sounded like that she said it was Matt's Sweet 16.
Yes, yes. And he needs you to go take him to it for his driving test tomorrow, Barney. You got a golf cart available?
I've been driving a golf cart since I was 4.
Yeah, Barney. Matt said he's been driving his golf cart since he was 4 years old. Those were the days. Red. Rogers ahead with the kick. A little deeper this time. It's going to 1-hop, 2-hop. Gates bobbles it, gets it from the 6. Just going forward, taking what he can get. And he did get all he could out. Good coverage by the Beavers there. Knocked him down at the 23, where the Bears will take over 1st and 10. 8:01 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Good to see Finn McCullough back out there as well. He was on that kickoff return.
Trip to the right, single receiver out left is Miller. Cooper Gates, little quick pitch out here to the outside to Capper. They, being the Beavers, that man Hayden Hill, John, is called, was right there on the spot, holding him to a loss of 1. They cover space pretty well, John.
They're really athletic. I mean, they've got so many kids that are about 200 pounds and athletic and can run all over the field.
Fourth quarter score now, Beckman 28-9. Regals pick up a safety. Pass is floater. Gets Trepanier up in the air, but he makes a great catch. Concentrated on the football. Guys are trying to strip it from him, and he's not letting it happen. His helmet comes off, so he's got to come off the field. But that is a West Branch 11-yard reception to the 35 and a 1st and 10.
Yeah, we've kind of found something there with that. We'd call it 64 deep out, and then they run a swing behind it, but they've got a clear out and about a 10-yard out. That was a good back shoulder ball to the clear out route, and a great catch by Ollie.
Officials timeout. What are we doing here?
I think they're making
Trepanier has to come out because of his helmet?
Yeah, I think that's what Bill back here was saying, that he needed to come off and play.
Okay. And the odd thing is the helmet was ripped off for him. But that's the rules. Brandon Peterson will come in to take his place. Trips to the left. Miller on his own out here to the right. Ooh, bad snap. That's loose. Luckily for the Bears, Gates jumps on that. I don't know. Did it look as though, I don't know if Staker looked like he was even ready for that. It might have been snapped early.
No, it looked like that snap almost hit Cooper Gates.
Yeah.
Nolan.
Yeah, it was. It was closer to Cooper.
Okay. Well, another first down darn for the Bears. Loss of 4. Luckily, they still have the ball at the 31. 2nd and 14, 6:45 remains in the fourth quarter. Wilton 33, West Branch 14. Checking their plays. 7 seconds left on the play clock. Hurry, get this one off. This time the snap's good. Staker rolls left. Got his man out of the break. It's Trepanier again. Nice catch. Great pitch and catch. I mean, that's a 30-yard throw going to his left, John.
On the move, too.
Wow.
And to his left. Yeah, it is a hard throw.
That is an 11-yard completion. 12-yard completion to give the Bears 3rd and 2 at the 43.
But what those sprint outs do is it gives our line a little chance to have a moving pocket, so it's not just a stationary pocket. Get an athletic kid like Nolan out of the pocket, rolling out into his throw.
The Beavers aren't changing up. They are staying base. Oh,
space.
Jailbreak. Staker is trying to get out of the rush. 2 guys miss him, but the 3rd guy doesn't. That is Gatlin Rogers. Introduced himself to Mr. Staker about 8 yards into the backfield. It's going to break up 4th and 10. That play just didn't seem like it was the jailbreak on the defense. It just kind of broke it up from the beginning.
Yeah, it was a spacing play. It's kind of meant to be read all the way across the field from the left receiver all the way across the 4 that'll end up being to the right.
So 4th and 10 for the Bears. Got to get a 1st and 10 to keep it. Good blocking here by West Branch. Staker rolls out. Got a man. Look at, he throws it into coverage. That's going to get picked off by Dusenberry. At the West Branch 37, he slides out of bounds. There is a whistle. There must be, what's going on here? Is there,
Wilton would have been smarter to drop that on 4th down.
Yeah. A lot of whistles, but there's no flag. In the end, the Beavers are going to take over 1st and 10 with 5:34 remaining.
It is at least about a 25-yard field position swing for us by them catching that and stepping out of bounds.
Last year, that man Dusenberry ended the season with 8 interceptions. Led Class 1A. District 5. Noon. 5:34 remains 4th quarter. Hayden Hill still in at running back. Haven't seen Hassel in a while. This is Hill running parallel to the line of scrimmage. Keaton Gates, open field tackle.
Wow.
For a loss of 5. Takedown. 2.
That is such an incredible play in the open field like that.
Isn't that fun to watch, Barney? You set up those drills in practice where you have kids kind of come off at that angle, tracking back hip. He's so good at that.
Yeah, and to be perfectly honest, that's exactly what it looks like when we do this in junior high.
Yeah. But it is the drill you set up. That kid, that kid will tackle anybody in open space.
Beavers setting up to pass. There's a little jail rocket screen up the middle, and he breaks free. McQuillan for 17 yards on that completion of the 49. 1st and 10 Beavers. Man, that was set up well. They had their interior lineman up the middle, and they were holding their spot. He had a lot of room to run. They've ran that variation of that 2 or 3, maybe 4 times, Barney, I think.
Yeah, they ran that exact same play a little bit earlier, and it went off number 1's hands.
Yeah, we've run it too.
4.5 in the 4th. There's a run up the middle. Big Mike's right there. He's going nowhere. And that's exactly what they say, a 0-yard gain. No gain.
Talk about a kid's versatility. You got old number 69, Lincoln Neighbor, moved to the line, takes number 69 to do that on offense, and then he was playing safety on that last play. Gardner receiver starting off 7-8 yards off the ball.
He is an athlete. This is a kid that runs about a 52nd quarter mile. Might be the fastest kid straight as you get deeper into it on the team. 2nd and 10. Keith drops back to pass, looking deep. He's got his man Serrata off his hands, incomplete. Well thrown ball, perfectly thrown ball, just dropped by the receiver.
Got to level with you. I'm kind of glad they're throwing. They're stopping the clock. We were having trouble stopping them running the ball. They really could probably run this clock out.
But you'll take it. Saves you timeouts, free ones. Now they're going to go to the empty formation here on 3rd. They've done a lot on 3rd down, done a lot of slants on the backside to the right side, the trip side, and they did it again. Late throw. It's intercepted by Ellison. Cutting back to the right. He's got a lot of room. There's a personal foul in the middle of the field. A second one in the middle of the field. They're not calling. I'm not sure what's going on, but Ellison gets it into Wilton territory. In the middle of the field, Big Mike just got picked up in the air and body-to-body suplex, and there is a yellow flag. I saw it. It's going to get called.
Not by the referee closest to it.
Exactly. And it's 15 yards behind where it actually happened. It happened on the 35 of Wilton, and the flag is at midfield. There's no way. They're pointing back towards West Branch. I don't know what. Anyway, I usually try to keep it pretty low-key and keep it clean. But when you see things right in front of you, it's tough. You want to protect kids on both teams.
But there's the turnover we need. I think
if
Wilton's running the ball,
that's fine.
They could have run most of the clock out, but they got a little cute on some of these play calls. And here's our interception. Hopefully we get a 15-yarder attacked onto it. This game is suddenly not over.
And the penalty is on Wilton.
Wilton left the door open for us.
Holding. They're going to call holding on the Beavers. And that's taken from the end of the run, John and Barney. That's at the 20. The ball is now spotted at the 23. 1st and 10 Bears. 3:35 remains in this 4th quarter. The Bears, 1st and 10. John called it earlier, said sooner or later there's going to be something happen, and then there's that turnover.
Just seemed like some risks that Wilton didn't need to take right there, but we'll take it.
I don't understand. Yeah, why wouldn't you run it? Use that big physical line. 2-by-2 for the Bears. Cooper Gates off the left hip of Staker. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Bears got to get it off. Get the play off. Oh, no. I don't think they did. And they did not get the play off. Delay of game on West Branch. Oh, no. Wait a second. Offsides on Wilton. They jumped, and I think it was after the clock said 0, but there's no replay. So we'll take West Branch free 5 yards, John.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
1st and 10, or 1st and 5 now at the 18. Robertson special here. I'm just going to talk to Coach. Saw Coach Mr. Randy Robertson earlier, junior high coach for John and maybe for Barney and myself. His favorite play, every play, was the Robertson special.
70% of the time, it worked every time.
2-by-2. Hill's in motion, tripping it up to the right. Rolled out left. There's a body screen. Nice block by Camper Peterson. Get to the outside. He may have gone out of bounds at about the 1. But either way, Barney, you're right there. It looks like he.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
And you are right. He did step out probably at the 1.5, but we don't need to say that, right?
18 yards. Number 846.
There's that rocket screen we were talking about Wilton running, and we ran it again ourselves.
Wow.
3 or 4 times, too.
Get 2 here. You go for 2 here, cut it to an 11-point deficit, which is 2 possessions. 3:23 remains in the 4th. Again, the Bears fight. It's not going away. They're going. They're still giving all they got. Setting up for the 2-point conversion here.
2 possessions either way, but if we can get this, a field goal is a possibility for one of them.
Cap in motion left. Staker looking for the corner. One-on-one. He's got his man. Overthrows. Oh, Peterson almost pulls that in. The throw was high.
Good work, Gabe. Good work.
You tell him down there, Barn. We can hear you. You tell him.
Oops, wrong button.
You're all right. Nothing wrong with that. But you're right down there on this play. You're right down there. The excitement level, the emotion is back.
Yeah, no doubt it. That was one of Coach Tiley's favorites, that inside corner. Brandon almost made a miraculous catch on that thing. He was really, really close.
Yeah, it looked like he had it for a split second in one hand.
3-2-3 in the 4th. 33-20. Wilton leads West Branch. West Branch has all their timeouts remaining. Wilton looks like they're thinking hands team here.
Well, you have to onside kick it
here.
Coach Braddock works on this every week, and Reese Ginrich, he's a good kicker with pretty much any kick you ask him to do.
Bears have one shot, one opportunity here to hopefully.
Now, right now, you hope that grass still is a little bit wet.
So it'll
Makes
skip.
this thing hard to catch.
Yeah, it'll skip. And Reese, soccer player, he's got that tricky foot. I've seen him practice these. Now they got 6 to the right, 4 to the left.
You can not put more than 6 to one side.
Taking that big hop, it does. Nice job by Hill. He gets it. He's running down the sidelines. Cuts back to the middle. Good job by Wilton there. Well, I mean, nothing you can do. Great job by the Beavers recovering it. It was a good kick.
Yeah, it was a very good kick. Got the high hop that you hope for. 2 Wilton kids actually jumped up at the same time to catch it. That would have worked out great if they would have knocked each other off the ball.
But he, as it told, he returns it to the 22 of West Branch for 1st and 10. You can bet. I would bet the house they're not going to put the ball in the air here.
Yeah.
The crowd saying they want a turnover to be forced. Another one. Tell you what, you're going to have to. Now, every time you get a chance to get to the ball, you got to start trying to strip it away. Hill still in at running back. Hassel hasn't seen the field in a while, so he's the man. There he is up the middle. Takes a hit, hard hit, first there by Neighbor.
Was that Neighbor? Yeah. Or 64. Nope, that was Neighbor. 69.
Big Mike coming off the field, limping off the field. Now he's going back in now.
It's getting real chippy down here, boys.
And usually does when the score is kind of like this when it gets to the end of the game. You got to keep your wits about you and your head on your shoulders. Set 2-yard gain, ball at the 20. 2:45 remains. 10 seconds on the play clock. This time Hill off the left hip of Keith. See if he'll keep it this time. Keith does keep it. Gets forward and contacted by Neighbor again, helped out by Sheely. A gain of about 3. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Beavers are carrying their blocks all the way to the whistle. It's what you do. Even if it's downfield, they're doing it. 3rd and 5 at the 17. No matter what the scoreboard says, this is a big play. It's a confidence boost. It's a big one for West Branch. Hold them to nothing here. Man in motion, you left.
It's going to follow that H-back.
There's Hill. This time he's got some space. Follows his blocker, and it's going to be a 1st and 10. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Nice run bouncing off tacklers at 12 yards. 1:45 remains in the game. If West Branch doesn't call a timeout, they could run the clock out here if math is right. Coach Hessler's a pretty good guy. I can't see him trying to score here. Or maybe I could be wrong. Because the 17-point rule means nothing in the grand scheme. Letting the clock run down to 10. Inside of 10. There is the handoff to Hill off the right side. Bounces, gets to about the 2, I think. Clock showing 1:10 with 40 on the play clock. Running back slow to get up. No, number 70. That's Carter Hull, 6'1", 260. Slow to get up. He's limping off the sideline. The officials, timeout. Another one of those big senior linemen for this team.
Be a costly game for Wilton. Running back goes down and their key lineman.
Yeah.
Now, doesn't the 17-point rule, doesn't that possibly affect playoff seeding?
It would only if they won't have a problem with, because if they end up winning this game, they lose next week, they'd still be the 2 seed because they beat Beckman by 28 points, so it wouldn't matter. Wilton is either going to be the 1 or the 2. If they win next week, they're the 1 against Regina. If they lose, they're the 2. That's actually, no, it wouldn't be. They're going to probably be the 1 no matter what.
I would think that would play into who they play,
That's correct, yeah. Well, they're handing it off. Keith keeps it, and he is in for the touchdown. The clock's still running with 36.6 seconds. So now that I think about it, it will make a difference.
Yeah, I don't blame. They're not really running up the score. They're trying to get their
17 points. Because
now, once you're over 17 points, anything over that doesn't matter.
Because I haven't got the final score. Matt might be looking it up right now on Regina and Beckman. If Beckman score holds, they win by 17 against Regina. They lost by 17 against Wilton, so they're a net 0. Wilton is so far net 17 against Beckman. Ooh, block extra point again.
Well, I don't think Wilton's going to lose to Regina, so they're going to be the number 1
that would
seed.
matter
But
not.
if they've got more points in the 17-point rule, that's
Right.
got to help them when they get paired up against a 4 from another.
And if they were to lose by less than 17, they would win. They would win.
Sure. Yeah.
So the score is 39-20 Wilton, 36.6 seconds. And I'm thinking maybe, it's a senior night. This has been a nice spirited effort by the Bears. We're going to try to get some people to talk to tonight, Barney. You can talk to, if Coach Nestor wants to talk, or Coach Braddock or Tiley, let's try to do that. We'll stick with that, just a coach tonight, if that's okay with you. Because I tell you what, the fight was there tonight. They just ran into a team that doesn't make many mistakes. They pounce on opportunity. They being the Wilton Beavers. Hats off to them.
Well, you look at that team. They've got 17 seniors. We've got 9. We've got a couple of them that are hurt that didn't suit up. So I think we only had about 7 seniors, and then you lose Connor Rios to an injury. There's no quit in these Bears.
No. Low kick picked up by Peterson at his own 22. Got nowhere to go. So now he bounces out to the left. He's got a lot of room. Could he get the edge? He could go, but
wow.
Gets boy, man. Wilton,
boy, he is fast.
He's quick. Wilton had 3 guys have to bring him down. He gets it inside into Wilton territory. 25.8 seconds, 1st and 10 at the 44.
He's so lanky that he's almost deceiving. His start and stop is really quick, but it doesn't maybe look like that because he's so lanky, but he is fast.
Updated score, Beckman 28, Regina 15. So those points now do play a bigger role. No matter what, I think Wilton is your number 1 seed in this district now.
Yeah,
the Bears
when you're coaching your team, you can't really think
yeah.
through all that. You just know if you win by 17 points, it helps you.
That's it. That's right. Staker just takes a knee. It's going to serve as the final play. 39-20 is going to be your final score. West Branch gave the number 2 team in the state all they wanted, all the fight up until the end. And they're going to show that. It's going to show up for these Bears. Still fighting.
You know, I may be a biased coach, but if I am another district and West Branch is able to beat Durant next week, if we can get any semblance of health back, I would not want to face us as a 4 seed.
You're right. Tougher. Could be a tough out. Well, we'll let the dust settle here. We'll talk a little bit, and maybe Barney can catch a coach, an available coach if you want. Coach Nestor will do it. That'd be great. Matt's going to come down and film with you, Barn. So we'll see what we can get. We won't talk to any players, but John, Barney, why don't you guys for about the next minute or so just kind of give us your thoughts of this game and how the West Branch effort, take away the score, the West Branch effort was there.
Yeah, the effort's always there. I don't think we've had a West Branch team that didn't have effort for a full football game for a really, really long time, longer than I can remember. But what I thought was we played a relatively clean game. There were a few penalties there, but I believe we won the turnover battle. But, you know, we had some drives there like we talked about before the game. We wanted offense, defense, special teams all to put it together, and this is a step closer. And, you know, we have one more game to win. If we win next week, we make it to the playoffs, and then each thing that we build on, get a little health like Barney said. You know, this be a tough out. Let's be a tough out in the playoffs.
And Barney, for you, these seniors tonight, if you look at it, Nolan Staker, first of all, as a junior, came in and put some great effort out there. But these seniors really stepped up tonight, receivers specifically. Nathan Hills, Ethan Miller, and Big Mike and some of his linemen, Tate Franz, played a strong, strong game.
I agree 100%. I thought that overall with our pass blocking, I thought we did a pretty solid job there. And, you know, when we started running the ball in the second half, throughout the game, really, we did a really nice job of run blocking too. You just hate it, like, you know, it sounds like a broken record, but when you have kids get injured, especially when they're seniors like this, it's just so disappointing to see. Hopefully Connor's okay. Hopefully we can get through some of these injuries here. But, that's the thing that bothers you most is seeing these kids being upset that are seniors when they know that this is probably the last time they'll be on this field.
And hats off to Coach Hetchler. As John mentioned before, he's really is one of the good guys in coaching. And tell you what, he has a good program over there this year. He's using that strong senior class. And you don't get that very much at the small school. When you do, you take it, and you hope you can run with it and take advantage. And right now, they've got some confidence, and they're brewing. And I can see him right down there talking, John and Barney. He just pointed up for about 5 seconds, was pointing up to the northwest corner, up towards the statue, up towards that corner. I talked to him before the game. He told me how much it meant to him that Coach Peterson asked him in 2019 to be on this Shrine staff, and how much regard, as John mentioned, how much respect he has for the program and for everybody that's a part of it. So Barney and Matt are down there in the humanity, going to try to get an interview with a coach. If they can get over there and maybe find Coach Nestor's right in front of him. We'll see if he'll talk to you guys about this game. Just wave your hand if you got him, guys. Right now he's talking to Jake Stenberg, our activities director. Looks like Barney's down there with Coach Nestor right now. Wait, maybe not. We'll see what we got here. Looks like he wants to take a little break before he talks to you guys. What do you got, Barn?
Yeah, Coach Nestor will be coming back in just a minute. It's one of those deals, guys. This is an emotional night for all of us. I know he's hurting for his seniors. He wanted them to go out on top here on this field. But give him just a minute to collect himself. He'll be right back with us.
Just look at how you could always see the community support here, John. All the families and friends and student body and boyfriends and girlfriends and future Bears are down here in the northwest corner running routes on air. No Pepsi glasses with grass in them like when we were kids. But no matter what, it's a community, it's a family, and it always will be.
It's a Friday night event.
All right, guys, we have Coach Nestor down here. Coach, senior night, always an emotional night. What can you say about the fight the your Bears put up there today?
They fought till the end. We haven't fought like that for 4 quarters, I think, all year. And it was good to see it. It tells me that they still care. And we have something to play for next week.
And, that's exactly what I was thinking, too. This now becomes next week starts our playoffs.
Yeah, next week starts the playoffs. We're going to come in on Monday and watch the film, but we win and we're in. And so our first playoff game is next week over at Durant, I think. So yeah.
I made the statement earlier. This is not a team, if I'm an opposing coach, that I want to see when I'm the number 1 seed. So hopefully we get a chance.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. This team's battle tested. We drew. Our first 2 opponents were tough. And so, we evened it out there to, beating Cascade and beating Waterloo. Sure. Yeah. And so, yeah, I'm not going to make excuses. This is a young team. We're still trying to find our way. We've been through some games here this year, but I'm proud of this team. They keep fighting. They stayed together. We came back. We were down 27-6. Okay, there's still no excuse, but I am extremely proud of them. This is a young team, man. We have 9 seniors on the roster, and I think 3 or 4 play. Yeah. So we're starting between 7 and 8 young guys. So as long as they keep fighting, I'm going to roll with them any day. So.
No doubt about it, Coach.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, man.
That's Coach John Nestor talking to Randy. Thanks for getting that for us on the sideline. John, let's close it up tonight. Let's see if I've got the final stats here. Stats man extraordinaire Chad Schutte has not sent them up yet, but let's not worry about the numbers. Here's the West Branch. Let's set it up for West Branch now. Taking away this game, they have 1 game left on the schedule, and it's a win, and you're in the playoffs game. West Branch loses next week. They need a little bit of help to make the playoffs, but don't worry about that. If you win, you're in. That's what West Branch needs to do next week in Eastern Cedar County against the Durant Wildcats.
Yeah, you look at it just like Barney said, start the playoffs this week. We beat Durant, and we keep playing. We lose to Durant, we're not. So this really is the playoffs. But one thing I thought coming into this game, you look at Wilton, who's now 7-0. They have not beaten a team with a winning record. So I think we surprised them a little bit. But you turn that around, you look at our schedule, you look at who we've played. We are very battle-tested. And sure, we've lost a lot of games, but we're very battle-tested. So we're going to see somebody in the playoffs that's not going to be unlike what we've already seen. So I think that's an advantage for us, and especially if we can get 1, 2, 3, 4 of these kids that are banged up healthy. They're going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
Well, I tell you what, it's been fun to watch. Tonight was a fun game, regardless of what the scoreboard says. Matt and Barney down there, thanks for what you're doing. Barney, you got any final words?
I guess I will just echo what Coach Nestor was saying down here. You certainly cannot be any more proud of this group of kids. They are not giving up, and like we said, playoff starts now.
Indeed they do. Tell you what, for the birthday boy, Matt Chenander, thank you for all you do behind the scenes up here on the camera. John Hirschman, thanks for joining me again. Sure, welcome. Maybe come along. We'll talk to Barney. Who knows? This might be the trio. We'll see. But John, I think, has to go on the road next week for a college football game. But I want to thank you, Hirsch, for joining us the last 2 weeks. I appreciate you, and your insight is certainly helpful. Helps paint the field for the listeners out there.
All right, thank you. It's been fun.
And same with you, Barney. And for me, Jason, the voice of the Bears, that's still so weird to say. I'm so thankful to be a part of this. No matter where the Bears go, we will be there. Thank you for listening. You've been listening to the Bearcast on WestBranch.Football.